Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Game Day here at Heavy Cardboard. I'm Edward.
John.
All right, today we got a little two-player Speakeasy. Speakeasy currently available on Kickstarter. You know the drill. Check out the links. All normal caveats there. Everything is subject to change. Artwork, components, rules. Anything else?
Add-ons, all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff.
all that stuff. All subject to change. Check out the Kickstarter. So, designed by Vital Lacerda, artwork by Ian O'Toole, published by Eagle Griffin Games. Eagle is a partner of ours, so this is a sponsored stream, and we've worked with them for a lot, if not all, but almost all of VTOL's releases. So appreciate the pre-production copy that we have here. We've done 2 patron streams. We've done a 3-player. We've done a tag team solo.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people, oh, but how does the 2-player play? This just in plays great.
Yeah.
So, but y'all wanted to see it, so we're doing it. I saw that Shelly is in chat. She's the developer of the game, so anytime we screw up or make dumb decisions, she'll let us know, so we appreciate that. It is set up. The setup looks identical almost to the solo that you and I did. The only difference is this time he has a player board instead of Joe, the AI. You ready to dig in?
Yep. Yeah.
I think so. No, I'm not going to do a full teach. I did that for the 3-player. We did a pretty thorough overview on how the solo works. I'm going to do a very brief overview of the rules, and then we're going to talk through our actions anyway, so y'all are going to be able to pick it up from that. Yeah, let's roll. All right, so we will start off with the differences. Actually, I'll start off with an overview on how the game plays. All right. So what we have Manhattan out here. It is the Roaring 20s. It's Prohibition. We have all the action spots up here, and we have the round, how a round works there. Within that, we also have this, which shows an act. And within an act, there are 4 acts. The 3 main acts will go through all 3 of these steps, and then the 4th act will do step 1, step 2, skip 3, and go into final scoring, which is at the end of Act 4. The player turns, which are the player rounds here, are helper card, play a capo, draw a card, the end. That's it. It's really, really that simple. What is it we're going to be doing? Well, we start off with 4 capos out here. We're going to alternate taking turns based on that player order there, and we're going to take one of our capos, place it out onto any of the locations to speak with various characters and to do the actions down below. We'll alternate until at the end of Act 1 that we have placed 4 capos or taken 4 player turns. Then in Act 2, 3 player turns, and finally 1 player turn, and go through final scoring. At the end of our player turns, we will then do the Lucky Luciano phase, which is the new gangsters will move in, cops will come out, then we'll do a little area majority scoring, rinse and repeat, do that over the course of 3 rounds. Important to note, in the 4th act or the 4th round, there is none of that Lucky Luciano, which means there is no area majority scoring there. What do we do with that? Well, as we said, if we take a look here on my player board, and John's as well, has this right here. This is the outline of a turn. You may play 1 helper card, you place 1 capo, and then when you're done, you draw a card. Very simple. So, what is it we're trying to do? Money is points, points is money. We both start with a total of $15 in front of us. And then off screen, there is actually $30 that we each have, and that is behind our safes. That is money that we have to launder. This is liquid cash, the $15 that we have right here. The money that is behind our safes has to be laundered on a 2-to-1 ratio, meaning if you need to spend $10, you actually spend $20 from behind your safe. But points is money, money is points. You place capos, you take actions. We're going to be building buildings to then be able to hopefully produce alcohol, to then be able to sell at our speakeasies, our nightclubs, and our casinos, to be able to make more money, so I can do more coke, so I can work more hours, so I can make more money, so I can... Right, you get the idea. Rinse and repeat, do that.
Yeah.
That's it. That's a very, very broad overview. But honestly, most of y'all that are watching, you have either watched our playthroughs, which, again, if you're a patron, You've seen 4 of them. If you're not, there are 2 public ones for y'all to watch. Let's just go ahead and get started and do this. What do you say?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I apologize. One more thing. We'll talk about the difference in setup for 2-player. First off, if you actually take a look in the very top left-hand corner up here on the board, there is, and let me bring that up just right there. You'll see that we are playing on the 1 and 2-player side. So what does that mean? There are less locations out here for speakeasies in the Uptown, thank you. Normally there are 3, there are only 2. There are less worker placement spots in a 2-player game. The number of turn order obviously is 1 or 2 in that case. So the leverage that you need is going to be higher. There are limited options. Whenever you skim from casinos, in the multiplayer game, it's $3. In our game, it's $5. During setup, we're going to be placing family members 1 over in the docks to be able to get the bonus.
Yep.
In addition to that, you're going to notice that there are 5 locations that are blocked off. Now, these are the votes for women X's that we use on our streams. Those are just to accentuate on the stream that these are blocked off locations. These rectangular gray X's are the ones that are actually in the game. So it actually will look like that in your copy. I just put these out here to really drive home the point that those are out of play. Does a cop need to be there? No, but cops end up in all 16 areas or boroughs anyway. So honestly, we're just going to leave them there because the rules say to put them out there. But these areas are completely blocked off from a building standpoint. You can move your trucks through them, but otherwise, for all intents and purposes, they're out of the game. Right. Now, we also have used poker chips to signify which areas are out of the game as well. Also, not part of your copy. Okay, but just to say, hey, look, area 2 is out of play. Okay, that's it. Yeah. What else am I forgetting for the 2-player side?
I think that's it.
I think that's it,
yeah.
Right? Okay, cool. So, with that said, let's go and dig into this. We'll randomize turn order. Worst to first. We'll do it this way. Left or right hand?
Left.
Left, and this will be worst to first.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in reverse turn order, I believe is what it was, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do our
for
setup.
placing those, right? And that happens, double check. So if you'll, in the rule book, at the very bottom here, before you get into the setup round, at the end of player setup, in a 2-player game, take a family member from your supply and place them out into the docks, and you gain the benefit. And this, I assume, is in player order, whereas the next step is going to be in reverse player order. So looking at this, over here on the docks, there we go. So placing out here and placing a family member to either get a book, a goon, a city tile, or an extra card. It's not going to be one of the top ones. It's going to be a city tile or a card. And honestly, I think I go with the card to start. And then the question is, do we go downtown, midtown, or uptown? And looking over at where the ships ended up, we have Arnold Rothstein's Rum Runner up top there. Here, blue, the Peach, and Capone's boat there. So the fact that that is blocked off, that is blocked off, that is not blocked off. Going for that for the purple, that is blocked. Wow, I just realized, so we set this up last night, Kyle and I did. Blocked off locate, oh, that's not blocked off, but blocked off. And where's the other one? I guess they're not.
You can still
buy
from the Rum Runner.
Yeah. Spots, So I think I will go ahead and do Uptown, taking a card. So looking at the cards over there, the ops cards over on the left-hand side, there's no double bumps on any of those. The green one. No.
2 leverage on the green.
There is, but looking at my hand of cards on these things, I think I will take the VIP, which is the red card on the far left. Done. That's me. Sir, your honor. Go for it. What do you want?
Well,
same with the docks.
I'm pretty suspicious of you, and I want to make sure I can keep an eye on you. So we're going to go uptown too.
City tile or card?
I'm going to take a card, and I'm going to take the party card.
Okay. All right. So that is the end of pre-setup. Right. Now we go into player setup. Player setup happens in reverse order. So John gets to build either a speakeasy or his still anywhere in valid locations, and then plays a card. The only thing on playing a card is when you play it, you only get that action. You don't get the main action, and you don't draw a card. Those last two things I just said are only for the pregame. Normally, you would get to do all of those things I just said. You can't. So, right. John, what do you want to do?
I've been playing the no still strategy lately, but I think I'm going to build a still this game. So I'm going to start with a still.
Okay. So that's going to cost you $5.
Yep. $5 cash.
Yep.
And
where are you? Again, I know you know this while you're thinking. So 2 and 5 can't build in. 8, 10, and 13 can't build in. But anything else is buildable except at the beginning of the game, we can't take over. We're not strong enough to take over where any of the gangsters are pregame or in round or in the first capo action. So those areas are not out. So basically, his options, and again, I'm just trying to buy time. 1, 4, 9, 11, 12, 14, 15. Those are his options.
Yep. So I'm thinking central. So I'm thinking midtown. And I think I'm going to build it here on 12. And take this city tile.
Okay.
I paid the $5.
Okay.
And
then you get your bonus for the still
leverage,
which is
temporary leverage.
1 temp. Yep. And then play a card. Oh, I see Brandon from Eagle is here. I see Vital's here. What's up, Vital? How you doing this morning?
I'm gonna play this party card. Which gets me a family member.
Okay.
He's going to go in my VIP lounge here. Okay.
All right. Done. And don't draw a card because pregame.
Right.
So for me, I in the solo, I tried the real, kind of no building starting out with. I don't know how I feel. It really is. I like the idea of being centrally located for sure, but I also like the idea of getting early bumps. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start with building a speakeasy, and that's going to cost me $3 for building that speakeasy. So paying 5, getting 2 back. And now the question is, where do I want to build it? Ideally, I would like to build it where there is a rum runner boat already. But again, gangsters are already there. And this is off limits. Gangsters are already here. So I'm going to come see my good friend John here. And yeah, so, okay. So we're going to go ahead and put that there. I get that city tile. That city tile comes onto my board. Done. And now I get a bump on any one of the available tracks. And the 2 obvious ones for me to start with are strength and the VIP. And I feel like there's no wrong answer. It's kind of like jacks. There's
Yeah.
no right way to play them. There's no wrong way. So we'll go ahead and gain on strength here. And whenever you gain on strength, you or whenever you gain any of the bumps on any of the 5 tracks here, you then get a bump on the infamy track like so. So we have that down there, done. Now the question is, which of my cards do I want to play? I drew a second card, and with that in mind, I like the idea of getting the family member, but I'll go ahead and play the one that I just, drew for the pregame, and that is going to be getting a bump on the VIP track, which allows me to have 2 family members, so I actually got a bump on both, which kind of fits for what it is that I wanted to do. So because I gained a bump there, I gain a bump on the infamy track, moving up there. So then we tuck the card, and that, sir, is pregame. So now the game begins.
Yeah.
All right, so we start in this order. So going through this again, return capos. Okay, that's already done. Play around, helper cards. Neither of us have a helper card. If you have multiple helper cards, you were allowed to play 1 helper card. And then take a capo action, and then draw a card. So that's simple. So now the question is, what action do I want to take? The obvious normal start is to come up here and to build. And it's hard to argue against that action. Thinking about this, not the other one that I could, I think, make a case for is have an association with one of the gangsters. My favorite gangster is out there, and by favorite, I don't mean like historically speaking, I mean action availability, and that is Joe the Boss Masseria. So when you make an association with it, you get whatever the bonus is down here in the right-hand corner. So it gets you a couple of family members. That also is really nice. 3 Fingers Brown gets you 2 leverage, which makes it easier to put out family members to protect your establishments. So I'm either building or I'm taking Joe. And I don't know what the right answer is here. You would think I would have scripted this in my head. I did not, but
I mean, you can hold a couple family members.
One here, one.
Right.
But the helper cards. Yeah, okay, fine. I have made my decision, and I will go ahead and head out there to that location. When you go onto a location, you'll notice that they are split between in the 2-player, solo and 2-player, either 1 or 2 locations. There are 2 here. So because I chose the right one, I do the top part, and you notice the solid line there. So I do that, which is get a helper card. And then whether we went to the left or right, you then get to do that, which is take over. You know what? Nope. I feel like Rado all of a sudden. So instead, I will do this one. It gives me a chance to exemplify this. So this is either get a bump or a helper card, and then get a partnership with a existing gangster out there and hire goons. The reason I'm thinking about doing this is to be able to then take over a Speakeasy in existing. So I think it actually makes more sense.
You saved yourself a glory to realm too.
All right, well, there's that. So going over there to the commission, which is the location I'm in, looking at the helper cards or a bump. Both of those are really, really tempting, actually. And I was going to take the helper card, but instead, I'm actually going to go ahead and do the getting advancement on a track instead of the helper card, although I could make a case. So I'm going to go ahead and take a bump on that track, which is the strength track. And when I do so, I then get a bump on the infamy track. Once you hit this, you then unlock that family member. If you have room for that family member on your player board, you can take it onto your family family member spot. I have room to hold 2 of them, so therefore I will place that there. I could, even if I have room, I could place them on the docks and get the bonus and move existing docks, family members on the docks. Instead, I choose to place that there. Now, the second part of that action, so that was getting a bump, which then triggered this, which then allowed me to place it here. But now I get that association and I get to hire goons. I can do that in either order, but I'll go ahead and go see Joe Masseria. So my marker here is going to go onto, I'm sorry,
6.
It's going to go out to 6, which means I cannot take out those 2 speakeasies. Joe, he and I are now buddied up. So to be able to get the additional 3 strength that he will give to me, I'm going to need to pay him $4 for the privilege of him helping us out. But before I do that, I get 2 more family members from the supply. 1 will go here, and hey, I can hold 2. So 1 goes onto my player board, the other comes out into the docks. When I place them out into the docks, I can do this. You know what? I think I will do that and take the free goon. Now, because we're playing friendly, and up here it says I get to hire goons.
We are?
Oh, yeah, we are.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and spend $3. So I will have done that before I actually partnered up with Joe. So I'm going to pay $3 to be able to hire 2 goons there. So getting $2 back there and there. So I hire these 2 goons. And then the free goon that I got from the docks will be the $3 goon, like so. So I have now done that. That will flip over to show that he's chilling out in one of my speakeasies. He and I are buddies. That is my entire turn except for drawing the ops card.
I'm playing a card.
No.
Oh, drawing a card, yeah.
No. The question is, I have one of each. What do we want? I actually really like all the cards that I have. Go ahead and give me another VIP, please.
All right.
All right. That is the end of my turn. So now, John, Your Honor, go for it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go to the contractors. Right, that one?
Sure. Left or right side? I assume the right, since
the
you
right
threatened
side.
the glory to Rome.
Yep.
There. All right. You want to walk folks through it?
Yep, so I'm going to take a helper card.
Yep.
So I'm going to take this helper card here, which is going to, and I don't have any helper cards yet, so the set collection piece does not matter quite yet. But this one that'll let me put protection out.
That's the one I was going to take if
yeah.
I did take one.
Yeah, so
And then
I can't play that yet. That'll be for next turn, maybe.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do some building. So...
And it must be speakeasies. He's already built his still, so it's just straight up 2 speakeasies. But they're individual actions, so one at a time, carry out the entire action, and then I know you know this.
Right.
Right.
All right, so I'm going to build this this speakeasy here for $5.
Yep.
And it's going to go here.
I got you.
Yep. And that gets me a book.
Yep.
And then I'm going to build this speakeasy here for another $5.
So that empties the entire bucket. We'll talk about that as soon as you're done. Okay.
And I'm going to get with the mob here, the pending mob war, since they're kind of weak at the beginning.
Do you want the leverage?
Yeah,
Do you want
I'll
the
do
free
some
sell?
sell.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll take that Cell City tile, and that gets me a family member. I don't have room in my VIP, so I can put him out on the docks.
Yep.
Now, I may go... Uptown is here. Yeah, we'll go uptown as well. Really get some strength going up there.
Yep.
And I'm going to take the free goon.
Okay. Save yourself a buck.
Yep.
All right, so that's both building actions. You've taken all the extras, all of that. Now, the advantage of having the entire bucket empty that he does is whenever he upgrades to nightclubs and or casinos, upgrades specifically, you'll notice that there's this little green roofed speakeasy, which is that he has the entire bucket empty, so he gets a $5 discount for that. If he emptied this one, it'd be an $8 discount, not a $13. They're not cumulative in that regard. So with all that said, draw a card, and that's the end of turn, sir.
Yep. Okay.
How many of y'all have either... You're coming into this new today, for everybody watching at home. Like, you haven't either played it on TTS, or watched a stream, or any of that. How many? Show of hands. Literally, I'm imagining y'all are like... While you're thinking, I'm thinking about what my next action's going to be. I now have a strength of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Potentially a strength of 10. All right. Do I want any of those helper cards? So I want to actually look at the helper cards a little bit more in detail. So there are two things. Okay, the artwork is wonderful and it's beautiful, but there are two pieces of information that matter on the card. The main helper action, which is that action or that icon, which is draw a red card or a VIP, and draw a movement card, the green there. And I should say, at the end of the game, there's a set collection aspect. For every different bottle, you get that amount of money at the end of the game. It's usually going to be between, or it's always $5 to $20 per bottle. The what I think of as vodka flasks there are $20, and then for every different other bottle, you get whatever is shown there.
Right.
So we got draw a couple of cards, and that is get 2 family members. Oh, I'm sorry, that's 2 thugs, isn't it?
That is 2 goons. Yep.
Sorry,
for free.
Right.
Yep.
It's not as... But they are free actions, right? They're like, get something for free, plus it's in-game points.
Yep.
So I'm going to be nice to my good friend John, and I'm going to go have a clandestine meeting over in the park. So what that means is I'm going to come over here. It doesn't matter left or right side in this case. They're identical. When you go to the park, what actually means is you're going to be... It's a get out of jail free spot. It's a, hey, I want to go to the spot my opponent has gone to.
Yeah.
I cannot do that because that's mine. But what I can do is his. So what happens actually is his goes there, mine goes there. And first, he gets to choose one of those little kiss on the cheek bonuses. So he gets either 1 leverage, he gets a city tile from the supply, or he gets a book for cooking the books. So which would you like?
I'm going to take this upgrade or build a casino tile.
All right, so the city tiles, those are the 3 that are available to begin with. Those are random. So he says he wants that one. Yes, sir. That will go onto his board. That immediately refills. And again, they're random. Okay, done. So now that he has done his little bonus thing, now I get to do my entire thing, which is very similar.
Yeah.
To what it is that you just did, sir. Yep. And looking at this, goons are great.
Goons are great.
Kind of like Gordon Gekko says, goons are good.
Goons are... Don't ever underestimate a good goon.
Right, seriously. That said, I will go ahead and take the transport card.
Okay. You got me.
I did, didn't I? So we immediately refill. That is a...
Take over a speakeasy.
Okay, yeah.
Speakeasy.
Yep. Yeah. So this will go here. Now, I cannot use this helper action, this helper card now. Why? Because I'm already placed my capo and done that, so I can't retroactively move it backwards. So as it is, we come up here, and now I get to do 2 builds however I want, just like what you did. Except, mine's going to be a little bit different. So looking at this, I have a strength of 3 currently. I have 4 goons, which means I have potentially a strength of 7.
Yep.
Plus, I can always hire, throw a little money to Joe, and I can get a +3 strength as well.
So you're good for the next 2 mob wars, as is.
As is. Right. However, we're going to do a little bit of infighting right now. Mm-hmm. So I cannot take over the speakeasies that are currently under Joe Masseria's control because he and I are buds. Mm-hmm. So there is honor among thieves in this regard. But what I can do is I can take over any of those, or those. Mm-hmm. Now, we have a bunch of dudes already up here. And I like the idea of go ahead and starting out here in the high value area of Uptown. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. So we're gonna do a little bouncing around here to explain how this works. The strength is 4 right here. They are the defender, so I need to exceed that strength number, which means I need a strength of 5 to be able to do so. First off, I have to choose which speakeasy or still that I want to go ahead and place. And looking at this, I think I want to go ahead and do a high dollar one while I can. As far high dollar goon, I should say. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and place this. That's going to cost me $3. There. We've established I need a strength of 5. I have a strength of 3, and I could hire Joe Masseria to do some dirty work, but that's expensive. But instead, to get to 5, that's a temporary 1 strength, a temporary 1 strength. That puts me at 5 right there. 5 is bigger than 4. Mm-hmm. I have now taken over one of their speakeasies. Now, which one do I want to take over? I like the one that gives me bumps. So I'm going to go ahead and take that one. This will now come down onto my player board. This goes back into the supply. And I now have a foothold there in Uptown. Then, having done that, I then get to take a goon for free. Oh, hey, that was a $2 goon that I just saved. Done. Mm-hmm. So that was one of them. Now the second one, what do we want to do? Family member? Probably not. Leverage, books. No. I'm thinking we go ahead and take the city tile. Yeah, I think we go ahead and do that. Or do we put the still out? It's just money. We'll go ahead and put the still out.
Gotta spend it to make it.
Yep. So that's going to be $5, and just so I don't have to keep bumping camera angles around, I'm going to go ahead and take the leverage now, save that. Now the question is, where do I want to put it? So, no cop. There is a cop. I would need to do that in one of my last 2 actions. I know that's going to be one of the actions. And that's the other action. So I'm tempted to go there, but I don't think that's the right spot. Future me. I only have to defend 1. So you know what? It's pretty centrally located. We're going to go ahead and head to Midtown. Oh, but it doesn't give me... That gives us 1 each there, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. And everybody gets 1, which means we get no dollars. Whereas if I were to go to 9... it would give me 2 to 1 currently. And I like that idea better. So what I'm thinking about is for the area majority scoring here. The hierarchy of buildings are casino, nightclub, speakeasy still, and gangster.
Downtown's wide open.
It totally is.
Down there yet, you know?
Centrally, this is such a good location, though. But it doesn't get me money. And I want money, and I want to be able to move. So we're going to go ahead and place it there. I could take over another one but we're going to go ahead and do like so. Done. And now I need to draw a card. I will go ahead and take the green card, sir. And that is the end of my turn. Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to play my helper card first, which lets me put protection out.
Okay.
I need 2 leverage to do that because of my spot and turn order.
So 2 leverage to place 1 per family member that you place.
Right.
And you currently have...
I have 1 permanent.
And you have 1 family member to place.
Yep, and I have 1 temporary leverage.
Yep.
So I have to spend my temporary leverage.
Yep.
Leverage. All right, so I'm going to play that. This goes in my safe for the end of the game.
And how much did the bottle get you?
It'll be $5.
Okay.
Yep.
Family member goes out. Where do you want it? You
He's
got
going to
3
go
options.
right here.
That is now an operating speakeasy, sir.
Yep. Okay. So for my turn,
Yes.
I'm almost certainly going to the restaurant.
It's a popular place.
It is, yeah.
Feeling a bit peckish.
Yep, it's happy hour. I'm getting there early, so
It's 5 o'clock somewhere,
that's
right?
true.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
So I'm just trying to decide if I want to. I'm gonna be spending a lot of cards right now.
Yeah, you are.
If I take second place still.
Correct. And he'll walk you through all of this here in a minute.
But I am okay. So we're gonna go there.
Okay.
And so the first thing you have to do is that red. That's the only spot that has the red background.
Right. So it's mandatory. You must spend a card. Doesn't matter what card. It just goes to the bottom. All those are face-up decks for the ops cards, as you can see.
Yep.
And while he's debating that, I'll go ahead and explain the next part, which is he spends a card and he's going to change turn order up here. And by change turn order doesn't mean he's going to change the turn order. It means he has to choose, does he want to go first or second? If he wants to go second, it costs an additional card. Why? Because it's less leverage than in City Hall to be able to place family protection out like he just did here. But it costs a card.
Yep.
So tough decision.
So I'm actually going to go to the first.
Okay,
Yep.
So he is going to go there, so it doesn't cost him anything else. So now you have an option, sir. As you know, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So now I can play a card, play 2 city tiles, or cook the books, and I can choose 2 of those.
2 of those, and they must be different, as you can see right there.
Yep.
So one's going to be 2 city tiles, and one's going to be playing a card. Right. Why do I know this? Because he has 1 book, and he's a Euro player, and so therefore he wants to maximize. And the fact that when you cook the books, you can cook the books, 3 of them, and I know he doesn't qualify for any of them right now. Ergo, there you go.
Correct.
What's up, Matt? Welcome.
Okay, well, the first thing I'm going to do is play a couple city tiles.
Okay,
So I'm going to play this casino city tile.
Go ahead and just,
right
there
here,
you go. Yeah, that
which
works.
lets me build or upgrade a casino.
Okay.
I'm going to upgrade that speakeasy.
Woo! Come on, get your feet wet. All right, so this speakeasy is going to become a casino. Walk us through the steps.
So typically, a casino costs $17 to build or upgrade, unless you have one of these previously discussed buckets emptied, which I do. So since I'm upgrading, it'll be a $5 discount. I also have to discard another card to do this.
Yes.
So it's going to cost me $12.
Yep.
I have no cash, so I have to launder it.
Woo! And because it comes from behind a screen,
that's $24.
That'd be 24 quid, sir. That speakeasy is now out of the game. It does not go to his board, so we're just going to throw it over there, sir. But that is a
card.
Fancy new casino.
Yep.
And he's just thinking, if he's going to do it early, so that every time turn order changes, remember, he's going to skim $5 from that casino every time turn order changes.
So this gets discarded.
Okay.
Which is going to be at the end of this.
Right.
So, and then I can play another city tile.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to play the helper card one.
Okay.
So these 2, I have to pick. Well,
go ahead. We'll do
and
that.
I'm going to get the goons.
Hey, all right.
Yep.
Okay. So that is both your city tiles. So now, just again, being a little slow and pedantic maybe, but he has now played both city tiles. He could now place up to 3 books, cook into books, or he's going to play a card, which is what he's actually going to do. So, also, thank you. When you spend or use the city tiles, they now go into the center tiles. He could, if he wants, every time you play one, you put it out here. We do that at the end of your turn, basically, to signify so you know how many you've played. You could stack them up like that, however, and then whenever you take city tiles, these are your options. These never replenish from the decks, only those do.
Right.
All right.
Yep. And then I'm going to play a card. So I'm going to play the production card.
Okay.
So I'm going to get a bump on production.
Yep.
And on the infamy track.
And so therefore that bumps up there. Okay. Yep. And then you actually produce some liquor.
So now I produce 2.
Why 2, sir?
Because of that most recent bump has me at ×2.
Yep.
Here.
So they are to your left. There you go.
And they're going to go at my producing still, which is here, but suggested we keep them on the card here.
And it makes it easier. So they're technically, again, if you're new to this, these bottles are actually at the still right there. But what we found and what the rule book says is keep them on the where you play the card. The reason is that way you're not like having to look, where is everybody still? Okay, how many barrels do you have? I can just look on his board, oh, he has 2, and then find his still out there, whatever.
Yep.
So no worries there. That's the last of your turn, except for...
And then I draw a card.
Yes, sir.
So I am going to draw this VIP card.
All right.
And
so now, we each have played 2 capos. So technically, that is the end of a turn, if you will. So therefore, now turn order is going to change because somebody went to the restaurant this turn. So how does this look? That means anybody that is there moves up, and anybody that has an operating casino. So now, let's go ahead and talk about that for a second. They're going to get $5.
Yep.
So,
for each one.
For each operating casino. What is operating? If it's on the board and there are no police, like we have right here, that is operating. This, however, this speakeasy is not operating because there's a cop there and it doesn't have a family member.
He's keeping his eye on it.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, nobody can go in there. Exactly. Whereas this casino has a family member, so it's protected, i.e. we've bought off the cops.
Right.
And so even though there's a cop there, it's now operating. So what's the difference between operating and not operating? Operating, it exists. Not operating, it's as if it doesn't exist. You can't produce if it's a still. You can't deliver. You can't sell. It's as if it might as well not be there.
Yep.
But that is, so hey, congrats. You get $5.
Nothing to see here, copper.
Liquid cash. There we go.
It's starting to pay itself already.
There you go. So you're a third of the way home. Well, hold on.
About a quarter. About a fifth.
Yeah, about a fifth. Oh, a fifth?
Yeah.
Looks a lot like those bottles. Anyway, by the way.
Right.
There you go. So that's the end of... now, turn order changes. Now, going into our third capo, you're going to notice that it should be my turn, but it's not because now turn order has changed. So John gets back-to-back turns. We have words for that. Glory to Rome to you, sir.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so I'm going to start again with playing my helper card that I just picked up.
Yep.
It's $10, and it gets me two free goons.
The $10, to be clear, is at the end of the game. If that's his only, one of his reddish, orangish bottles, that's going to get him $10 at the end of the game. 10 points, basically. Yep. But he gets 2 free goons, so it saved him $5. That seems not terrible.
Not terrible. Okay.
So now the question is, where do you want your capo to go?
That's a great question. So I have 2 capos left. I should.
While you're thinking,
Yeah.
Please interrupt me. I'm just filling time.
Mm-hmm.
He needs 2 things for this area here, theoretically. Okay, so we know at the end of the round during the Lucky Luciano phase, a gangster is going to come in and try and take over that speakeasy. He's also going to come, or a different gangster is going to come and try and take over that casino. We know this because these are randomly generated or randomly drawn, and we knew that before the round started. That's area 11 and 14 respectively. So he knows he needs both protection here so that that's operating, so that it helps with majority scoring, and probably wants to protect it from the incoming mobsters that are going to be coming in to try and take over that area. He theoretically wants to protect it and defend it, and he's definitely going to be defending that. So he needs to bump his strength, basically.
So I know what my plan is.
Okay, go for it. Yeah.
So I'm going to go to City Hall.
Okay.
Here.
All right. So left or right side, depending, and he chose the left. So he gets to do both of those in either order. So get a family member and hire goons.
Yep. So I'm going to get a family member. I'm not going to hire any goons.
Okay. So that's both of those steps.
Yep.
Free family member. Easy enough. We don't need to belabor. And then notice the solid line. He doesn't get to place protection. However, he does get a temporary leverage. And then the little green in the top right corner means play that card. If it's a multicolor, play any card of your color of your choice as it is. That's a VIP. So,
so
grab it.
So I'm going to get my leverage.
Oh, shut up now. Go.
You're good.
Sorry, I talked too much.
That's all right.
Oh, that's great to hear. Rainy Meeple says, Vital, seriously, great game. I've been following this title since it was announced and can't wait to receive my copy. And we're very excited for the gameplay. I'm still excited to play this.
Oh,
this is the 9th.
It's my 7th, I think.
9th game I've either played or GM'd. So, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to play a VIP card here.
Yep.
So
hold on, before you do it, just place it on top. Place it on top so everybody can see, so I don't have to move the camera.
Right. So this gets me a book.
Okay, still got to move it. Hold on. Let me fix this. Give me 1 second. This is a technical issue there. All right, go ahead. Continue.
All right. So the VIP card gets me a book, which I'll put in my book spot here. It gets me 2 leverage as long as it's in play, and it lets me put out protection.
Correct. And how many protection?
I need 4.
Right.
And I have 4 on my board.
4 because there. And show your work.
2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.
Now, if he had 2 family members to place, it's cumulative. So using those 4 that's on his board, he would need to come up with 4 more for the second family member, to be clear. But as it is, you only have 1. And hey, looky there.
Now that Speakeasy is operating.
Yes, it exists. Oh,
it exists.
All right, cool.
Yep, there it is.
Draw a card, sir.
And I'll draw a card, and that'll be the end of my turn. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I am so conflicted on the order of operations and what I do. Okay. So I don't want to talk about the 2 things I'm debating between because, earmuffs. I see you do not have a hand limit. So you'll notice my hand of cards here, very pretty. All the colors of the rainbow. I could use this card to draw another card, but honestly, I would like there to be a bonus in the top left corner of the green card, and there isn't on this, and so I don't necessarily want to use my helper card yet.
Feeling hungry yet?
No, not even a little bit.
All right.
I might not. I don't think I'm going to the restaurant this round.
Interesting.
Actually. Yeah. So, looking at the status of like I talked about, like what you needed to worry about, right? Mm-hmm. So we're looking at mine now. I have that, and I have that. I have no cops, and I have no gangsters to worry about this entire round. The gangster's already here. There will not be another gangster that comes. I've already taken care of that fight.
Yep.
I do need to protect it at some point, but because there's no cop coming next round, I don't need to worry about protection this moment.
Right.
The same goes for this. The same goes for this. I'm going to have to pay dearly for this later on.
Yep.
But as it is, and no gangsters coming, so I'm good. So I can kind of do other stuff.
For now.
For right now.
Right. Yep.
That's all that matters is right now.
Yep.
So I know what I'm doing. The question is order of operations. And I think because I'm so poor, I think that kind of dictates that we're going to go ahead and do a little kung fu fighting down on the docks. So we're going to go ahead and get it on. So we're going to head to the docks, first off. There. Yeah, we are. Okay, so the first thing first is it's play an orange card and get a free goon. I will go ahead and get the free goon. So that's a $3 goon for free. Woohoo! And then on my board, I get to play an orange card. So I'm playing this, and I mean it's medicinal whiskey. It's for your health.
Isn't all whiskey medicinal?
I would argue all spirits are, right? So I get a bump on orange. Awesome. And then I'm going to get to produce, just like what John did. So 2 barrels, it's going to be on there. And because I got a bump here, what does that mean? I get a bump out there. Okay, don't need to show that in detail. Good. So now we will tuck the card. Gives me a little bit more leverage as well. So those 2 barrels. Oh, you know what? I forgot something. By the way, he just had a kid last week. Well, okay, you didn't. Jackie had the kid for them. So
yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
Everyone doing well?
Everyone's great.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Number 3.
Yeah. He's like, it's just one more.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right. So we have produced. We have played the orange card. So now let's go ahead and head up to the docks. We're going to go ahead and take on one of the Rum Runner ships. How do you do that? That's all these steps right here. All right. So, first off, what ships are available to fight? There is the blue ship and the gray ship. Yep. Why? Because you have to have at least one family member in that location to be able to fight on the docks. That is uptown. Obviously, you and I do not have anybody in downtown or midtown, so it's going to be up here. Mm-hmm. So what this says is when you fight, you have to have the strength that exceeds the Rum Runner's value. What is their value? It is whatever the low or the highest number visible is. Right. So blue and gray ships. So Arnold Rothstein's ship is a 9 strength, and Stephanie Sinclair is a 10 strength. Yeah. So how do we figure out that strength? Well, we come back to my board and we look at this. I have a base strength value of 3. Multiplied by my family members out there, which is 2, that is 6. You cannot hire your partner gangster out there. However, you can borrow the muscle that is there from all the other players at the cost of $1 per.
Yep.
So if you look at that, there are 4 on the docks. 4 times 3 is 12. Mm-hmm. 12 is bigger than 9 and 10 respectively. But I got to pay him to be able to do that. What do I have to pay? I have to pay $1 per that I use. And the question is, do I want to pay the extra? It will cost me $2 from behind because I only have $1 if I want, or do I use the goons? Honestly, it depends on which boat I want. I have 2, I have 3. So what I'm doing right now, that is $10 That is 3 per goon. I have 4. That's $12. I think I will go ahead and pay $1 per.
Yep.
So that is $1 to John for one of them. And then from behind my safe, I have to pay $10. So that means I'm going to get $8 back into the safe because I'm using 2 to pay this one to John to hire his second goon.
Good doing business with you.
All right. Yeah. Hey, good. I appreciate the help,
Yeah,
sir.
no problem.
So that was a total of strength of 12.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
you're
going
good.
to choose Arnold Rothstein's boat up here, which is going to be 12 is higher than 9.
Yeah.
I have succeeded in successfully taking him on.
Yep.
So what does that mean? I get the crate tile, which means I get that tile right there.
Yep.
Then I get a barrel, and I can place that barrel, as you can see here, anywhere on the board. So that anywhere can be on my still, or that speakeasy, or that speakeasy. And I think I will go ahead and place it on that speakeasy right there. Then go ahead and refill that one. So the next one's going to come out. In addition to that, I get to score for this, but I'll come back to that in a minute. One of my dock workers comes back home if I have room for them, and then the boat moves. So this one of them, and sure, I'll leave that one open, comes here, but I only have room for 2 of them, so sadly goes back into the
fell off
supply.
the dock.
He did. He went for a swim.
He fell.
He took a header.
Right, yeah.
So what this says now is I get $3 cash for every goon in my supply. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks like $12 liquid. Oh, that's a little bit better.
That's nice. Yeah.
That's not terrible.
Yep.
And now this flips over, and now what this says is whenever I have to defend anything against an incoming gangster, I get a +1 strength.
Permanently. Yeah.
So that doesn't suck. All right. Good.
Move the boat.
Yeah. So the boat now moves. So it moves clockwise. Notice the orientation of the graphic on this here. All right. So there. This moves clockwise, coming around.
Goes under the GW.
Cannot go there.
I don't know if GW was there yet.
Right.
That's where it goes.
Right. It
Yeah.
goes. Can't go there. Sorry. Can't go there because a boat. Can't go there because a boat goes there.
Yep.
Done. And to answer your question, Martin, I'm going to let Alan answer it for you. Okay, so that's now done. I have successfully defeated the boat. That's my entire turn. Done. That's action number 3. The final action before we get into the Lucky Luciano phase, sir. Oh, I draw a card. I apologize. What card? It's funny. I keep saying getting the 2 bumps would get me to 3. That's kind of tasty. But honestly, being able to sell... Let me go and get that purple card, please.
Yep.
Thank you. All right, that's me done.
Okay. As much as I want to transport and sell, I got to prepare for the mob war. So I think, yep.
Defense.
Yeah.
Defense.
I have to get defense.
So in other words, the question is, do I get a little kiss on the cheek?
Probably, yes. Yeah. So we're going to go to the park.
Okay. So he's coming here, but really he's going there.
Yep. Yep.
All right. So I will go ahead and move mine over. I have longer arms. So again, I get just a little taste. Do I want a temporary leverage or a book or a city tile? Now, I currently have 2, 3. That's 4. Man, that's awfully tempting. I don't have to play a card, but I'm going to. which is going to be that card. So I don't need the temporary leverage. The city tiles are fine. I think I took the book. Done. Okay. All right. So, who you partnering? Oh, wrong one. Sorry. So, get a bump.
It's going to be a bump. Yep, so it's going to be a bump on strength.
Okay. So there, and now, whoop, still you're one step short, but
I am pushing my luck quite a bit here. Let me just do quick math.
Sure.
Quick.
No,
So
take your time.
The worst situation I can be in is 16.
Yeah. So what he's looking at is he knows gangster coming in here, gangster coming in here. The strength of those gangsters in the first round is 6 to 8. He currently, looking at his board, let's figure this out. He currently has a strength of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he needs to be perfectly safe 10 more strength. To be able to do that, he can get 8 more strength. Right? 9 more strength. No, 8 more strength. And he can do that by partnering up with any of the mobsters, because when you hire them, right, $4 or 4 strength. Good Lord. This allows him to hire for free against a still, but nobody's coming in to attack his still this round. Whereas, if we look up here, that is a +1 strength, so that's a 4, and that saves $1.
Yeah, so
but he doesn't get the bonus action.
Right. The bonus leverage.
Right.
Right. So it seems like this is probably, because it's the same strength, it's just without the leverage.
Right. It saves you $2,
right,
effectively.
Yeah, which I might need. So we're going to partner up with the Killer Madden, and he's in District 3. So that's going to go there.
Okay.
I can also buy some goons, but let me do this first.
It might be worth it.
Yeah, it's just an expensive goon.
It really, really is.
Okay, so that would be $4. That would leave me with 3. And I may need to hire him twice, and he's stronger than 1 goon.
You know what?
I'm gonna have to roll the dice. That Speakeasy may have to go.
Oof.
I know.
Oof.
But we'll see. That's worst case scenario, which could happen.
So, Alan's asking about, do you get a chance to take a look at the upcoming strength of the gangsters? Here are the potential 4 gangsters that are coming in. So when they come in, it is that strength plus whenever they come in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, only 1's an 8. Okay, that's actually.
So yeah, this is
okay,
this is public info, right? So you can see if you want to do this kind of this way. There we go. There's 1 6, there's 1 8, and there are 2 7s. So the average is 7. So you need to be able to have 14 or 7 twice.
Right.
So that is public knowledge. You just don't know which of those 2.
Yep.
Have a good one, Rain Meeple.
Okay.
Hope the doctor visit is okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to hire. Yeah, it's too expensive for 1 strength. So we're just going to have to see what happens. So,
are you safe at a 7 and 7?
No, I don't think so. It's because I have 2, 6, and 10.
Well, wait a minute. 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you are. You'll just have to hire him twice.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah, no.
But if I get the 1 goon, I'll be in a bad spot.
Rough. Yeah, that's
so,
fair. So you're done. You're good. Draw your card, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so I had the plan to do that, and I think that's worth it. I think. And Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to stay on target. Okay, so for my last action, because I'd like to be able to... We'll see how this works. I'm not saying it's going to work exactly how I want, but I at least have a plan.
It's good to have a plan.
It's good to have a plan. So, doesn't matter whether we go to the left side or the right side of the garage. We'll go and go to the right side. So, going to the garage, first thing I get is a bump. Where do I want that bump? I'm not entirely sure, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to be able to play a... Oh, wait. Check that. Going to the left side. Sorry. I'm going to play a green card. So I'm already going to have extra movement. So I really don't need the bump on that yet. I already can sell 2. I would like to maybe be able to sell a little bit more. Getting the strength up to 4 would be really nice. But it does cost me a card. God knows I have enough. I have done a good job in that regard. Getting more available protection to make better use of that also seems to make sense. I don't need to move this. That is the only one that I'm definitive don't need to do. But I think this might be short-sighted, but it'll bite me later. So I went ahead and bumped up on the VIP, moving up on the VIP. Now lets me bump on the infamy track. Doing that says now I have the ability, when I cook books, to place a book there to get me $10 into my safe and get another bump, but nothing immediate right now.
So that's another difference with the 2-player board too. Is obviously there's only one.
Yes, on each of those. Right.
Right. Yeah.
So going to the left spot, right? Because I want to be able to play the green card, and then after I do that, all my trucks, which is only one truck, gets +2 movement. So I'm going to go ahead and play that card. Doesn't get me a bonus immediately, but it does say I get to move my truck and I get a +2 movement, but I also get 2 leverage. That's the important thing. Because now we're up to 4 leverage, which 4 leverage is what I need to be able to place 2 protection in my current player pool or player order. So now, don't get to bump this or anything, so I get 2 plus the 2 from the card plus the 2 in the garage. I get a total of 6 movement. When you get your truck, the first time you place it, you can place it anywhere out there on the board.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and place it right there in zone 16. Why? Because there's a rum runner boat. Whenever there's a rum runner boat and you're moving your trucks, you can purchase up to the truck's capacity based on the amount below the barrel.
Yep.
So this says I can hold 2 barrels and it would cost me $5 and $6 respectively for a total of $11. I'll go ahead and do that. So I have $11 here. I'll pay the 11. These 2 will go into the truck. And then, now I get that 6 movement. Well, before I move, I'll go ahead and drop 1 off right there at the Speakeasy. And so now we're going to move. All movements orthogonal. That's 1. 2 already has a barrel. Every building can only hold 1 barrel. 3. And we're going to just call it good right there.
Yep.
Why? Well, we have a barrel ready to pick up more barrels here, which, oh, hey, I'll go ahead and just load that bad boy. And now we're ready to move on back. So, done. That's it. Now I draw a card. The green card still hasn't moved. I'm still displeased by this.
I mean, you could make it move right now.
I very much could. I'll take a purple card, please. Hold on 1 second. Apologies. Also, the rum runner boat moves because I bought. No. Yes. I don't have any orange cards currently. I'm fine with that. Give me that purple card, please. All right. So, hey, would you look at that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. We're done with that. So now we go into the Lucky Luciano phase, which is succinctly put up here. Gangsters, cops, scoring. And if you need, it's all laid out right here, but we're not going to bother with that. We're going to do this quicker out here. So we look, gangsters come out first. We know that a gangster's coming here and a gangster's coming here. And because, John, you have the ones, or you're the one at risk here. All right, I have shuffled these. 1 to 4, pick a number.
1.
1. That is a strength 7. So we put actually his actual strength is 5, but when he comes in, it's 7. So that gets replaced with a 5. This goes away. So now he is attacking. So therefore, he has to exceed. You only need to tie his offenses. Ties go to the defender, right?
Yeah.
So you need 7 strength to be able to defend that, sir. What would you like to do?
Let's just make sure I got this right.
Sure.
All right, so it's 2, and then I hire him, so that bring me up to 6.
3 plus, yes, checks out.
And then 7.
Correct.
Okay, now let's say, so that'd be $4.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
You're going to do that.
Right. And then let's say an 8 comes out.
Sure.
Then I'll have 2, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
Yeah, you're
All
good.
right, okay.
You're golden.
All right. So yep. So there's the goon. You gave me my change.
I did. So you're good. That is defended. Yep. So now that that's defended, the thing is, he can't take that over, but he can take that over because there's an available spot. So a mobster, Abner Zwillem, that speakeasy comes out, and this is going to go now into number 11. And now that he has kind of announced his presence with authority, a la Nuke Lelouch, he's done here. So now, hey, we can partner up with him if we need, right? All right, cool. Mm-hmm. So that's done. But now he's got to deal with another one here. Let me shuffle these up. All right. So now, sir, 1 to 3.
Let's go 1 again.
Okay, 1 it is.
I don't want to see Birdie, but it'll probably be Birdie.
It is. Oh no, Birdie, you do want.
Okay.
Who you didn't want to see?
Who was it?
Was Bugsy.
Oh, Bugsy. Okay.
So
no, Birdie's
Bugsy and Legs Diamond did not come out.
Yep.
So the 2 7s came out. So same things apply. You need to come up with 7 strength.
Yep. So I'm gonna launder. Okay. So it's 2, 6. Well, no. Maybe I won't. Yeah. Okay. I have to launder.
Yes.
So 2,
6, and then one goon. So you owe $4.
$4, and
so
you get some change back. I get $3 change back.
There you go, and that
goes back to my safe.
And if I may, sir,
yep, one of
that
those.
Goon goes away.
Yep.
But you've successfully defended your casino from Birdie Brown. But same thing, she does kind of muscle in. Now, if he had buildings in both of those, individual fights would happen. You could choose to defend or not. If you successfully defend all the locations, and by you I mean the players, whether it's you and me, both, whatever, which is going to happen here later on, then she would be out of play. But because she got a foothold, Birdie Brown is now a stronger version of Joe the Boss Masseria. So she comes 14, out in 14, yes, sir.
Okay.
That's the mob war.
Yep.
But now, I'm sorry. What strength was she?
She's a 6.
Okay. So this gets replaced now with a 6, and that is done. But now these 2 come out, and we do not know what location they are going to come into. So those are 4 and 12. So we look at 4. 4 is right here. Okay. And 12, well, okay, we knew it was going to happen at some point, so that's happening. Mm-hmm. Okay, next round. Now, we look at the board for where there are cops. You can go ahead and place those guys. So there is a cop there. And then
Here comes the fuzz.
Yep. So now, what for? That's going 15, 4, 16, and 5. Okay, so, yep. So 15 and 16. So you know where it's coming in. There we go. So we are set up, ready for next round in that regard. But now we have to do the actual majority scoring for each of the 3 zones based on all of that. And the hierarchy is protected buildings and then working our way down there. And it's not based on number of buildings, it's strictly hierarchy of buildings.
Yeah.
So if we look, neither of us have built here. So just to do it right though, nobody, gangsters, nobody. So technically the game would get 30 and you and I would get 0.
Right.
Okay. However, here we look. So looking here, gangsters have that one. Nobody. Then here, gangsters and John. And John, if it were like this, it's as if it doesn't exist. Yep. So therefore, the gangsters would win. But because it's protected, it does exist. Therefore, the hierarchy says that player piece is higher than that. So therefore, John gets 1. Then, looking over here, the hierarchy here is speakeasy over still, so I get 1. And it is operating because there's no cop. And same thing goes here, there. So how this works is I get 20, nobody gets 10, and because they're tied, you get the next lowest, goes to 0. And notice, those are safes, so that $20 goes behind my safe. I'll take it. And then, over here in Uptown says nobody. Cop coming, currently no cop, so that's me, yellow. And then clearly that is going to be green. So looking at this, neither of us gets the 40. However, we both get the 30 back behind the safe. That works out. I'm good with that. I'll take a 50.
Oh, you're showing off. Yeah.
I didn't build a casino though, so there's that. Okay, so now that that's done, that's the end of the first act or the end of the first round. So now what happens is we take our capos back. So these 3 for you, sir. Notice it's 3. This one. So John and I have a difference of opinion. Vital is out there. Maybe he can definitively answer this for us. John thinks, what?
I think they're just retiring. They're going down to Florida,
and I think they're sleeping with the fishes.
Okay.
But
I think the heat is getting too much in Manhattan, so they're like, I'm out, and they're just gonna go. They're in witness protection.
Okay. All right. So they are out. Either way, and now as you can see up there, we only have 3 workers each. 3 workers, and then finally 1 worker. There we go. Okay. So those come back. So again, return capos, and now player rounds. Now, turn order didn't change because neither of us went to the restaurant at any point throughout that, outside that one time you went. And so now, let's take stock for a second. So we know cops are coming here. Don't care, that's out of play. Cops and gangsters come in there, so beware going there.
Yep.
We both probably want to defend and protect this. And if we do, notice the strength. The gangsters coming in are 8 to 10, and I suppose y'all want to see these as well. So let's go ahead.
Yep. So we're gonna have an 8 to 10 to deal with here.
Right. Yeah. Thank you. Finish that thought.
Yep.
And that's it. Those 2 areas for goons, and I'm gonna have to deal with a cop coming here, and that's it. And if we choose to, there or there.
Yeah.
And then strength-wise. There we go. So we have Carlo Gambino, Moonshine Mary, Gertrude Lithgow, and Joe Adonis. By the way, the solo has a little bit of history on all of these gangsters.
Yep.
So
where their origins and what happened to them and all that. And they have the dates of their births and deaths on here. So.
And so we have 8 to 10, as you can see. That's the spread right there. Okay. There we go. All right. Your honor, sir. Take it away.
All right. So I need to start making some money here. You gotta be starving. I mean, you've been running around the city. You haven't eaten yet.
Yeah. Hey, I'm hustling, baby.
Yeah.
Always be hustling.
I actually may go to the restaurant.
I'm so excited that actually worked out exactly how I wanted. Like I was able
feels
to
good.
do it. It does. When you successfully execute a plan, it's rare, but it feels good. So what do y'all think at home? Spiller thinks they're sleeping with the fishes. What do y'all think? You think they retire down to Miami, down to Florida, or maybe they go out west to Vegas, Chicago, maybe Tulsa, or are they sleeping with the fishes? What do y'all think?
All right, so I'm hungry myself.
Okay,
So,
all right. He's like, you know what? I'm a skim. I'm a force to skim come hell or high water. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to the restaurant.
Okay, so
I'm going to play a card to do the turnover
or discard one, right?
Discard,
yes.
Yeah, discard.
And now the question is, do you want to discard a second card?
No.
Okay.
I will stay where I am.
That is glorious. Now, let me rephrase that. He would love to discard a card to go second. He elects not to.
Elects not to, yeah. You can keep your 2 leverage. Okay, so now I can play a card, play 2 city tiles, cook books, and I can choose 2 of those things.
Yep.
I do have 2 books.
Do you qualify for any of them?
Probably not.
Okay, so...
Yeah, we can look at these now.
All right, yeah, might as well, right? Yeah, because we're going to have to at some point.
Yep.
So if we look at this, there are effectively 4 different places to cook books. Mm-hmm. There is this area up here. So this says, how many crates do you have? Well, I'm the only one with a crate right now, but it allows you, if you place a book there, $15 into the safe.
Yep.
How many protected buildings do you have? 3, 5, or 7? You currently have 1, 2. Okay. So neither of those are viable. So that's area number 1. Area number 2 is going to be down here for each of the 3 neighborhoods. This one says, and these were random in that you see that this is number 1 and this is number 3. They all have to have different numbers in the random where they come out. This one says, have a speakeasy and a casino in downtown in the same neighborhood, in the same area.
District.
No. This says have 3 different speakeasies, or 3 speakeasies, period.
Protected, right?
Yeah, all these are
Yep.
protected.
Mm-hmm.
We each have 1, and you actually you have 1 protected. Mm-hmm. And then moving on over here to Uptown says have a casino and a nightclub in different areas. So you're halfway home to that, and again, it's got to be protected. So as it is, neither of us have any of those. Mm-hmm. That's option number 2. Option number 3 is over here on the infamy track. And currently, I'm the only one that can do this one. And then as you move up, there's there. And then there's another one up top, up higher, et cetera, et cetera. And then finally, the last one area are these guys out here. These get you $10 behind your safe and a temporary leverage or a family member or a helper card. And you, again, these are A's, those are B's, that's a C, but notice the number at the bottom. So 7, 1, 3, 4, 5, they all have to be different numbers.
Yep.
So this one says have a casino with a barrel on it. And notice that little lock symbol right there. That lock symbol says, you remember normally it has to be operating. That's the golden rule. You get to break that golden rule. So if he had a barrel there, then he would still qualify for that. However, you can't put a barrel there if it's not operating. Mm-hmm. But if he'd had a barrel there already, then a cop came in, that's okay. Mm-hmm. But you can't deliver if there's a cop there if it's not operating. But as it is, it's protected. So we just need the barrel.
Because of that symbol.
Right,
yeah.
Because of the lock.
Right, yeah.
This says have 3 buildings protected. He's close to that, but not quite. Have a barrel on a building in all 3 areas.
Yep.
Have 7 leverage in some way. You don't have to spend it. Just show your work, temporary or permanent. And have 2 markers at the end of their tracks.
Correct. Yep.
So I'm pretty sure you qualify for exactly 0 of those.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
And Vital says we're both right.
Okay, all right,
Mine
fair
went
enough.
to the casino for the prequel of the movie.
Okay.
And yours are in the ocean.
Okay, that's fair. All right.
All right, so first,
Playing a card and 2 city
yep.
tiles.
So I'm going to play a card first.
Okay.
So I'm going to play this transport card. So I'm going to get a bump on green.
Which, hey, guess what? Infamy track. You move up on that track right here, which means, hey, you get that family member. And now, hey, he has room for him.
And then I'm going to do a transport action.
Okay.
So my transport distance is 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start here at my still. And since I have 2 barrels ready to go, I'm going to go 1.
I got you.
Okay, and then to the
yeah,
casino.
and then if y'all notice this, this is right here.
Yeah.
That line that is adjacent to this and this. You cannot go from here to there. You have to go around, and it's always orthogonal. So here, that is a legit move, but you cannot go from there to there. You would have to go to there because, again, it's got to be difficult. Thanks, Vital. I'm joking.
And then my third move is going to come back to the still.
Right there. There we go.
So that's the card, and then I'm going to play 2 city tiles. So
Okay.
I'm going to get a goon for free, which is this city tile here.
Okay, just set it right there. Yep.
And then I'm going to sell.
Okay. Did you get your goon already? Nope. Okay. Okay, so how much do you sell for?
I can sell 2 barrels.
Correct. Because...
my party track is at 2, yeah.
And his infamy track is right here. It's whatever this is, the highest one that you've crossed. The lower value number is from speakeasies. The higher number value is from nightclubs and casinos. So, casino, speakeasy, sounds like $25. And also note, that doesn't show a safe, so that's straight up liquid cash, baby. Well done, you.
Okay, and those are my 2 restaurant actions.
So both city tiles.
Yep. Okay. So then let's put this here and this one here. So
No, don't cover the right side. It's only the middles. Only the middles.
Put that here.
Okay, and now draw a card, sir.
And then we'll do the skim.
Not yet. I would like.
Oh,
to
after your turn, yeah.
If you don't mind. How can I do that before I sell? It's an extra $10. I think it's worth doing that. Okay. So, there are no boats there. I would like... I'm good there. I really want to be able to get a couple of bumps. I also want to put out protect... Like, there's... I only get 3 actions this turn, so... I wouldn't mind a little bit more defense. I definitely have to put out protection. So protection for sure. I'm going to sell. Sell, protect. So that's a restaurant. Protection is that actually playing the card wouldn't be terrible. Or I could go to City Hall, but the fact is I want to be able to play the red oh, that's how you do it. But I can't do it until after that. Oh, that's frustrating. So that would be get a bump and then play the card. Nope. Get the bump from playing the card, but I need the third family member. Oh, that is tricky. So I want to be able to get a bump here. But if I did that first, that allows me. But then I need that. That's how I do it. So do I want to do that now? Working my way through this, I really need money. But I really want That's a bump, which gets me 1. And then play a card won't get me the second. So I don't... Oh my god, this is so frustrating. How do I... And I need a total of 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm 1 short to be able to place another. Okay, so I need 1 leverage. And I need the bump. Oh my god, this is so not ideal. The order of operations, trying to make it all work. Getting to do both of those and the sell. Maybe that. But I get to sell after I've upgraded, and I can't afford to do that because I don't want... Oh, I hate my life. Fine, I will go to the restaurant and just deal with the repercussions. All right, so I need to use a card for this. I will discard that card, sir. I'm going to stay second. I will discard that card, sir. In fact, I don't have a choice.
It's a lot of cards.
Okay. I want the extra $10. Not going to happen, though. I punted on that idea. But getting the bump so that I can get the third family member, but I can only place 2 of them, but at least I'll have the family member. I don't want to use that, so it's going to be this and that. Do I play? I'm not selling. I'm just going to eat it for this. That's going to be $24. That gives me another bump, though. There it is. That worked out. So I'm going to play city tiles first. All right. It's just costing me an obnoxious amount of money to be able to do it.
Cards.
So city tile number 1 is going to be that, which will give me a bump. And that is going to be that bump there. That bump is then going to push me up on the infamy track to get a regular card, an ops card, and a helper card. The ops card is going to be an orange card. And the helper card will be a family member. Thank you. Okay. So that's 1 city tile. The second city tile is going to be to upgrade to a club. So upgrading to a nightclub, or I could just straight up build it and take over. I mean, I'm not getting a discount anyways. Right. So why wouldn't I? Because I'm going to have to... Yeah, that's a future me problem. I'm going to take over a Speakeasy to do this. So I'm just going to straight up pay to do it. So it's going to cost me $12. Make that $11. Make that $22 from behind the old screen. So there's 22.
Funny how you came up with all that money.
All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and build that one, which will get me a bump, but one thing at a time. I now have to have a strength of 5. That is 3.
Which one are you taking over?
16. So that's going to be 3, 4, 5 strength.
Glory to Rome.
Yes!
I mean, you're lucky you did that this turn, because I was going to take that over, and that district would have been mine.
It is not.
I was going to put a nightclub there.
Yeah. Well, it's still getting a club. It's just under good management. So there, which
I didn't expect you to put 2 yellows there, but I guess that was smart.
I would like to say there was a lot of forethought there.
Yeah. Okay.
It wasn't. So now that I've done that, coming back over here, that gets me a bump. And the bump... maybe... produce, maybe... You know what? Now, all of a sudden... I don't know. I still don't need that. We'll go a bump on purple. The bump on purple will get me an infamy bump. And the important thing is, now when I sell, I get to sell at the higher value at these numbers instead of that number. So there. Okay, good Lord. So that was my 2 city tiles here. There. Now, I will play a card. Yeah, let's stay on target, right? Staying on target says that is 2, 4. I only get to place 2 of them. But yeah, it's the right thing to do. So I will play that card there. That is going to get me 1 family member. I can hold up to 3 family members here. And then I get to place protection. I have a total of 2, 3, 4, 5. I really wanted 6. Alas, I can't. So I get to place 2 family members. 1 will go there. 1 will go there. Done with that. So this card comes out. This card goes in. That is both my actions. I have to draw a card. I don't need that. Fine. Give me the damn green card.
I almost took it last time, too.
Okay. Done. That's the end of my turn. Feeny. And turn order changes. So $5 skim. So you get $5 and turn order stays as it was. There you go. Done.
Okay. That kind of changed everything. So one moment.
Sure. Salt Pastine says, I'm all kinds of jealous that you guys have a copy of this you can play. Can't wait to get mine, but that's a long way off still. Hey, if you come to Boston, we can bust this out. Just saying. What do y'all think? Are you able to follow along with the gameplay? Are we over-explaining, or are we, or is this going pretty well? Cole Thouser says, I wasn't supposed to be home for this. Hi, John. Thank you, COVID. So I guess
Hi, Zach.
There's that. Okay. Hope you feel better, Zach.
Zach played with me when I had it that weekend. He played.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, cool. Hey, Mordecai. He says, this seems busy. It's actually, look, I played the game or GM'd it 9 times in the last month. Look, we really like the game, legitimately. Yes, it's a sponsored stream, but I mean, y'all can gather from that. This is, if not his best design, it's way up there. It is so streamlined, and there's a lot going on, and there's a lot to set up, but it actually is very intuitive. It is, and again, while he's thinking about this, here's the player aid. I have never once needed to use this, and nobody has needed to use this after the first round of the game, first play.
It's true.
Everything flows. It all makes sense. There are a couple of little rules, like, you can't have more than one nightclub per area. Everybody has screwed that up at least once. But there are little rules here or there, but for the most, and hey, don't forget to move the boat after you buy, as well as attack a rum runner ship. But outside of that, it works so well. It flows really, really easily.
Okay, so I'm in the future me problem situation.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to the city planner, I believe that is.
The second, I believe that. Yes, it is. Yep, it is.
Okay. Oh god, this could be crazy. I don't know.
Call me, maybe.
Call me.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yep.
So I'm gonna upgrade this speakeasy
Okay.
to a nightclub.
We be clubbing, yo. Okay.
Or do I want to make it a casino?
Well, the thing to think about also, if you're thinking about these. So
well, I had that one.
you
I
still
could go up there,
can.
but that
You
is
still
that's such a sketchy district. I mean,
Oh, the fact that
there's
it's
a cop, there's no mob war there
yeah,
yet.
you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm definitely taking over one of these, so I'll just do that first.
Okay.
So I need a strength of 4.
Right, because 3. Right.
Yep. So
2.
that's 2, and then I could hire him for $4.
Right.
So,
And that would give you 5. Note, this doesn't come into play because, right?
Yep.
By the way, a moment. Something real quick is no, I'm wrong. Never mind. Continue. You didn't need that.
So I'm going to take over one of those and build a nightclub for 12.
So straight up
Straight up
building.
build,
Okay. Yep. Must be nice to just pay straight up face
up, I
value,
know.
right? Instead
Seriously.
of double, right?
I'm going to build this one, which is going to give me a bump on strength.
Okay. So there and bump. Okay.
I'm going to take over this speakeasy here.
We are family.
Yep, so that's going to go there.
Okay.
And that is your agreement, so...
Yeah. So he's like, Psh, me and
go
Joe.
And then I'm going to do a nightclub upgrade in that district.
For here?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's going to cost me 7
Yes,
because
sir.
of my discount.
Yep. Again, must be nice to just straight up pay face value again. Well
Yep.
done, you.
So that's going to get upgraded. I'll put that over here.
There you go. Okay.
So those are my 2 actions.
Builds or
builds.
Build / upgrades
Yep.
up there. However, you also get the second part.
Oh, right, which is going to be
So hold on. So that is the 2 there. Then he's going to get to play a card, but he gets to produce.
Yep. So I'm at production 2.
Yep.
So they're going to go on my still there on the card. I've produced whiskey.
You're welcome, Meeple Medley. Glad it helps.
All right. So then I'm going to play a card.
Yeah, honest to God, I think that's the easiest rule to forget. Is in Uptown, Midtown, and Downtown, respectively, every player can have one casino or one nightclub and one casino. Meaning, John can build one nightclub there. I cannot build a nightclub there. I can build a casino there or there, and that's it. Well, unlimited speakeasies,
Yeah.
but 1 per. Here, 1 per here, 1 per here, regardless of player count. As the easiest rule to forget. Literally, everybody has screwed that up at least once.
All right, and then I'm gonna, so I can play any card. That's
Yes.
the bottom piece.
Yep.
So I'm gonna play this card. So I'm gonna get rid of this.
Get a family member and then protection.
Get a family member. I don't have room, so he's gonna go to the dock.
And when you go to the docks, you can move any number of existing family members to the same area. You just don't get the bonus for the moving
Yeah.
family members, just
I
the
can
way
move
you
them all.
place. Yep.
So I'm gonna put this one up here and get a free goon.
Okay, yep. Goon it up. Are you moving anybody? Because there are
Yep.
currently no rum runners.
There's this
Uptown.
one.
Uptown.
Oh, Uptown, yeah. Because so I'm gonna move them all because
Right.
of that one.
Yep.
Right. I don't know if I'm gonna get to it, but and then I can put out protection.
Yep.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4 leverage up here, which is my leverage cost, and that's
Checks
gonna
out.
protect my nightclub.
That seems efficient. Well done, you. And then draw a card. Thank you, Shelley. I get the terminology messed up on that all the time. I apologize. All right. So what the heck am I doing? So I have... that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to do that, but it's not vital. Yeah, finally, sure. Oh, there you go. That works. I'm good with that. Okay. So I'm still healthy as far as card economy goes for player order stuff and all of that. So I think for the first time, I'm going to actually play a helper card. I'm going to go ahead and play that one, which gets me a family member. That is a $10 orangey bottle right there. So the family member, I do have room. That's there. I currently still have 2 leverage per. So to be able to put them out there, I still have no fights. No, I have 1 fight coming. Okay. But what I would... Oh. Okay. So for the fight, that's 3, 6, 7, 8 currently. That's not great. Okay. So in a perfect world, I think I just not try and be too perfect. I think I just sell now. So if I sell, how do I want to sell? I can move and sell. Oh.
You just go back to the restaurant.
I actually think I'm going to do that. So I can move and sell. What do I do for the other action? Because that worked out. Past me. Well done, you. Yeah. So if I'm going to do that, what do I do for the other action, which is play a card? Do I sell twice? Oh, God, yes. Oh, yeah. We going to the restaurant, y'all.
All you can eat.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a buffet. So I need... That card is the card I'm playing, so I need to not get too dumb with this. I will... Oh, I got to discard 2 cards, don't I? Whew.
It's funny, I almost upgraded to a casino instead, but I didn't expect you to go there again. That would have been nice.
I didn't expect me to go there either. That is to go to the restaurant. I don't need protection right now to place it, so therefore I'm not going to spend the other card. Done. Okay. Action number 1. I can't believe this. Wow. I'm going to sell first. So using this one. So that'll go there. Speakeasy is the lower, so $30 for that. And that goes straight cash. Then I'm going to move this. So I'm going to go 1, deliver. But while I'm there, I go over to the docks, since there's a rum runner boat there, and I say, hey, I'll go ahead and buy that 1 barrel for $6 right there. That's cool. Now that I have the liquidity, so that'll be $4 back there. Load that up. And by the way, oh, I only have 2 movement. Ah! Oh, that is so frustrating. We're going to stay on it. 2. Done.
And then that's going to move up.
Good call, right. So the
Stay
boat
in New
moves.
town, basically.
No, there. Okay. Oh, I thought I was being so perfect.
You were so close.
It was so close to perfection. All right.
I'll tell everybody you were perfect.
I appreciate you. So that would be... I don't get the extra cell, but I think that's still okay. I could produce... No, let's stay on target. I'm going to play that card. That card allows me a +2 movement, so when I move, so I got a 4 movement. That's going to be 1, drop off. 2, 3, 4, back, and done. That's the exact same card, so we'll just discard that one. And now we have to draw a card. Okay. Now I'm getting a little bit lean on cards. I know I can take a green card at the beginning next turn for that. Give me another cell. Purple, please. There we go. That's me done. That is 2 actions each. So you get the skim for the casino, $5. And it's now my turn again. So I would love to be able to sell. I have no city tiles and I only have 1 book. So going back to the restaurant probably doesn't make sense. So the this is going to get played for the green card, and that is a $20 flask. So that's there. So again, I have to worry about protection on defending that, and that's it right now. So changing partners seems like a good thing to do. Getting a helper card or a bump. And the bump isn't terribly important until it is. So we will go there, which will get me a bump. The bump is going to be for the truck, for movement. The bump there is there, and it is precariously close, but not quite. And now I get a new partnership, and I can buy goons. By the way, that should be up here. All right. So partners now. What do we have? Be able to the 2 leverage. Defending my still. I do have to worry about that later, so that will save me, but no. You know what I like? I really like family members. So me and Birdie, we're going to be tight.
That makes sense.
So 14. So this goes back to 6, please. That will move to 14. So Birdie and I, we get a couple of family members. So potentially, we want to take out the docks that are, let's see, what do we have for movement, VIP? That's not too bad. That's 4. That's $20 for the blue button, maybe. All right. I will hire 1 goon first for $2. Pardon me. For that.
Yep.
And then coming up to the docks, so I get to place a family member here if I want it. Don't know if I do. 1 is going there, which will be a book, actually. Because 3, 9, yeah, that'll actually be a book. And do I? Oh no, it's 1 and 1. Never mind. It's only 1 here and 1 there. That's me.
Yeah.
Done. Yeah. And I draw a card. Drawing the card. I have 1 of every color. I have 2 purple. I'm so worried about that. Give me another green, please. And that's me.
All right.
I am ready for the mob war.
Okay, so mob war is 8 to 10. That's the one, right?
Yep.
Currently at
you have plenty.
Yeah, I got plenty.
You're fine. We both are. And these go out in cover.
But that would get me a helper card, which would be terrible. Or I could do some transport. Get another truck out.
Yes, Martin gave me my first pointer, so thank you, Martin. I treasure it. And I've since upgraded to the little finger pointer.
So is the garage the play? I'm not going to build
This is so
anything.
good. I like this game
Yeah,
so much.
very
I really
good.
do.
It's not. I don't need any more protection. Goons are okay. I'm not going to attack the dock yet. I don't need to go to the park. It looks like the garage. If you wouldn't mind putting me on the garage, and we're going to
Do you want to play a card?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the other spot doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, it's just definitively worse,
Yeah.
right? Unless you don't have a green card. That's the only
Right.
reason you wouldn't do that. Yeah.
Yep. So I'm going to take the bump on green.
Okay, so as soon as you did that, yep, unlock your second truck. That's a bump, and hey, congratulations! You now have a place for a book.
Right.
Here we go.
So I'm going to play my green card, which is going to give me a helper card. Now, do I want to take over a speakeasy or, I mean, that $20 is hard to pass up.
If you don't have it already, yeah,
Right.
I mean, $20 is $20.
Yep, so that'll go here. The helper card.
Oh, yeah, what came out? A movement one? Okay.
Yep,
yeah.
orange. Yeah,
Okay.
that's going to go. And I'm going to transport some stuff.
User.
With, +2 movement based on the garage. So my movement is currently 3 +2. I have 5 movement
Per
and
truck.
2 trucks. Yeah.
Per truck. That's the important thing. So you do all of one truck, then you may do a second truck.
Yeah. It's way too much movement for 2 barrels, but that's okay. So, so my barrels are here. It's gonna. If you would just
Yeah.
basically do the.
All right. So you
Yeah.
you have movement of 3 or 5, right?
5,
It's
yeah.
5 because +2. So that's 1 drop off, 2 drop off,
Yep.
3,
Yep.
4, 5. No, I'm just.
Yeah. And then I can start this wherever I want.
Well, to be clear,
Oh, I can buy too.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Right.
So you could do like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Buy from that,
Or I just put my new unlocked truck here and buy.
or you could move that over. Yeah, yeah.
Buy
However,
and drop off.
sure, totally.
Yeah. So we'll just do that. So I'll buy from Sandra Blue Daisy.
Yep. And are you buying 1 or 2?
Just one, because I... Yeah, just... One would probably... Or 2 would probably make more sense. Because then I could...
So he's definitely buying that 5. The question is whether or not he buys that $6 barrel. Yep.
No, we'll just do 1 for now. So
All
it's
right,
$5.
I got you. And that
And it's going
will
to go right to the...
into the truck and then
Yeah.
onto there.
And
Okay.
then her ship is going to move...
No. We're just playing leapfrog. Okay.
Yep.
And do you wish to move your truck? You have 5 movement from there.
Great question.
And while he's thinking, the thing I want to point out, each of these Rum Runner locations has a line associated with it. So this Rum Runner is in location 1. This Rum Runner is in location 3, so on and so forth. So be aware of that. Like if you're going to buy more.
Yeah, I'll probably just go up here.
So that was 2 movement and
Yeah.
call it good.
Yep.
Done?
Yep, and I draw a card.
Yep. And that is 3 and 3. So let's get it on, in the famous words of Mills Lane. All right. So we got these 4. Peanut Gallery. Y'all pick a number. Pick 2 numbers, 1 to 4. 2 numbers, 1 to 4. Okay. So this is off camera. Y'all can't see this. So here we go. 1 to 4 based on what they call out. There we go. All right. Alan says, pointing tool and red X's. Things Edward makes me buy in addition to all the board games.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we got? First two that have two of them. Looks like ones and twos. So the first one was one. So one will go there. That is Gertrude Lithgow. So she comes in a strength of 9, but we're not there. It doesn't matter. So she's actually an 8. So that goes away. Here you go, sir. So that goes 8, and a couple of Speakeasies come out there. And y'all pick 2 for us to fight, and that is Joe Adonis. Beautiful Joe Adonis. So he comes in as a 9, but he's really a 7. Guns blazing. This goes in player order, so that is yellow, then green. So I need a strength of 9 to defend. Well, we both need a strength of 9 to defend. So that is 3. And then hire her for $7 makes it 9. That works. So I owe $7. Pay 12, get 5 back. Thank you, Birdie, for getting my back. We're good.
So
and John, go for it.
3, then I'm going to hire the killer for 4, which gets me 4, so that's 7, 8, 9.
Checks out. And now, because Joe was successfully fought off in all locations, Joe, it's been nice seeing you, but
he's gonna go try Philly.
Yeah, he ain't coming here. So those are out. Done. That is the Mob War, and now y'all actually know what locations these are.
Up there, all 3 of those.
Well, 1, 2. Where is the third? I mean, yes, I can flip the numbers, but the point is 1. Oh, I missed that one. 15. And this has to be 9, right? Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, now cops come out in the new locations.
You said to flip your bird.
Oh, thank you.
Cops here.
We know that the last 4 cops are where there aren't any.
Yep.
8, 9, 12, and 13.
And 4 turns left.
And now we do majorities. So majorities. We don't care. Oh, we do care, now.
Yep.
So we have Gangster, Gangster, and John. So that looks like 20 to John. The end. Okay. Then over here, we have Gangster, John, because it's protected. Me, because don't need it. So I get 20, John gets 0.
Well.
And it's, again, back behind the safe. And Uptown, nothing, me, you. So, hey, it stays just like that. We both get $30. Stop me if you've heard this before.
Hey, I can take a 50.
I'll turn in 70 and get 100.
I'm catching up.
I know. All right, so that is that. So now, when the last gangsters, so if anybody builds there, and for yours truly here, and where's the third one? If anybody builds over there, it's 10 to 12. All right, so, all right, what do we got? Return.
Yeah, all 3 of them this time.
Yep. No, nobody's swimming.
Yep.
And looks like that is me first. Okay.
Four turns left. 4 capos left.
That's so bad. Okay. Not yet. Okay.
I should probably take that off.
All good. What am I trying to do? Theoretically, make some money. I can sell 2. I would like actually to be able to sell. So in a perfect world, sell, which is purple. And I would be able to sell 3 maybe. Yeah. 2 bumps. I hate the idea of giving you just so much free money.
It's not that much. I will say the casino was a good investment at this point.
Yeah,
far.
it clearly has paid off for you. Oh, yeah, you know what? That's fine. Question is, does that make sense to do it now? Or do I wait? And do I build? Okay, so let's think. I can't be... Oh. I'm so upset that I teamed up with Birdie right now. I am so displeased about that. Okay. So Gangster there. That wouldn't be the end of the world. But it doesn't get me that as the problem. I could just say to hell with it. No, it's got to be protected. I'm looking at these, and I just don't know if I can and if it's worth it. So if I were to sell, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to need to do that for protection anyways. It's just cards, and I got enough. I will head to the restaurant.
Attaboy. The specials today.
So, yeah, right? Liver and onions. So we got that. And I don't think the question is which card. There are my 2 cards to go there and that. Action number 1 is to play a card. I will get a bump, which gets me a bump on the infamy track. I will get that in a moment. And then I will discard another card to get a second bump, so that card goes away. So that's 2 bumps, which 2 bumps are 2 over here. That's 1, 2. So unlocks that. I get that family member. I don't have room for him here. So he's going to go and I really would like that one. Yeah, that one looks good. Yep. I will go up top to the docks, and I will move that one with me. And when I go to the docks, I get a book. I will take said book. And then I get to sell 3. I will sell Speakeasy, operating, Speakeasy, and Nightclub. So that's 3. So that's 20, 45, 35, 50 all day. Okay? Yep. So that's $50 liquid. That's this card. That was the first half of the restaurant action. The second half of the restaurant action is I have 3 books.
You do.
Book number 1 is going to go there, which gets me a bump. That bump We're getting awfully lean on cards. Yeah, I want the strength. So I have to discard a card. Oh, God. That one gets discarded because I crossed this threshold. So that cost the card. All of a sudden, our card economy has gotten way tighter. So I got a bump for that. For this. So place the book. Got a bump. And then that bump gives me that bump. The second book is going to be this spot, which is going to get me a bump. I will unlock my second truck, which gets me a bump here, which gets me a card and a card. So I will get the orange card, please.
Or
Yep,
like this one.
yes. And then I will get the helper, the movement helper, please. Yep. So that was the 2 bumps for this. They're done. That's 2. And the third book, I don't qualify for any of these. I only have 2 protection. I don't have any of that. I can't do. I only have 2, but I do have a crate. So that is going to be a total of 10, 25, 40 bucks behind my screen.
Nice. That's pretty good.
And then I draw a card. I need a cell. So purple, please. Done. Whoo! What's up, cardboard appendix?
Oh,
I agree with that.
I had a plan. What the heck was it going to be? Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'm playing this first, my helper card.
Okay, so draw a red card.
Yep.
We going to the VIP?
We going. And then I'm going to go to...
There's so much candy in this game,
I know.
but it's all about trying to fend off the candy urge. 10 to 12. No. No. No.
All right, I'm going to go to the City Hall.
Okay. Left side, so goons and family member.
I'm going to get a family member. And he's... Man.
So Murr says, sometimes I really wish I could enjoy these games. My brain just locks up when I start thinking, I do this, which lets me do this, then that. Honestly, I've seen some people have a pen and paper and take notes so they can kind of write down their actions. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, because your order of operation. It's easy to be like, okay, I need to do this, 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 and this, and then forget step 2. And then you're like, wait, no, right. So, yeah. He says, just becomes overwhelming. I appreciate the designs, but I don't enjoy them so much. That's why I stuck with Vinos 2010, which, I mean, Vinos is not light. You know this, Murr, but...
All right, so he's going to go there.
And what did you take for that?
I haven't taken anything yet, so it's going to be a city tile or a card. I think I'm going to take a city tile.
All right, so what one? Oh, the cell. Yep. Okay, all right. So that was the family member, right? So
yes,
now,
actually,
do you wish to hire any goons? It's hard. I know. Trust me. Oh, it's so good, though. My brain literally is like cramping.
It is.
So.
All right, so I'm not going to hire any goons. I will get the free leverage.
For what? Wait.
The bottom of the City Hall action.
Oh, got you. Yes. Yep. Okay. Sorry. So, done those, or chose not to do that. Got the leverage. Now he's going to play a red card. Apologies.
Yep.
Sorry.
So I'm going to play a red card. I get a bump.
That's a bump over here, which pause.
Yep.
Because now gets a card and a card.
And I'm going to take this.
Paul says, I like them all, but the original Vino's still my favorite. That's kind of been my go-to, too, Paul. And Steven says, I've been training my brain playing inventions. I'm ready for this.
So, okay, and then I take a helper card, too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So while you're thinking of that, the funny thing is this game is really streamlined in a sense that you don't have to remember what can I do. It's what do I want and need to do. It's not a rules thing. It's a strategy issue, which is where you want your thought, right? Yeah, your consideration. So now you get to place protection. Sir?
No, I'm gonna spend a card for another bump.
Okay, right. Another bump, right? Because we paused. Now, when he sells for that value.
Yep.
Okay.
And I have nothing.
So choose not to take that action,
right.
sir. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay, I have 2 actions left. I have to place protection. Have to. Pause. Turn order changes. You get $5. I still can't believe I haven't put out a casino yet. Your turn.
Oh, shoot. Okay. This is really important, so 1 second.
No, you do you. You're good. Oh, God, I screwed that up. Yes, I have.
I'm so mad about that.
Yeah, oh, trust me, I feel you. So, no, focus on your turn. I have a question that we haven't come into yet. Let me double check.
Do that. All right. So I'm going to play my helper card, which is take over a Speakeasy.
Okay.
I'm going to take over this Speakeasy.
Hey, Shelly and Vital, question. Can you transfer, because your trucks move independently, can you transfer barrels from one truck to another?
Yeah, no.
It's not said one way or the other in the rule book. Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead. So you're taking over this Speakeasy?
Yep.
You need a strength of 3, 4.
Yep,
4.
so 1, 2, 3, 4.
Checks out. This goes away. Speakeasy goes there. You get that. And which one did you build? The 2 family member, right?
So it's $8. I don't know if this is dumb or not, but we'll find out.
And you have room to hold both family members if you want them.
Yep.
Okay. So that was pre-turn.
Yeah, it was pre-turn.
And now, what are you doing for your action?
I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Feeling a bit peckish?
No, not yet. Well, no, not yet, because I have to do this in the right order. Actually,
Oh, get your goon back.
why?
Take over a mobster speakeasy, ignoring the defensive strength.
Oh,
Good call, Alan.
oh, cool.
There we go. All right.
Yeah, I guess that could have maybe a.
Well, no, it actually calls it out
Yeah,
in the back
okay.
of the rules. So, yeah, good call, Alan. Thank you.
So I think I want to attack the docks.
All right.
I think, because that'll let me sell more if I attack the purple ship. I can only sell 2 right now. It just seems like good sense. So,
So upset at myself for that.
all right. So we're gonna go to the docks. I'm
Okay.
gonna get a free goon.
And then play a
Yep.
orange card if you
Yep.
wish.
So it's gonna be this one, which lets me get a family member or a helper card, and it's going to be a helper card. Let me just look at stock here real quick. Kilo.
So, Shelly, can you transfer barrels from truck to truck? Okay.
All right. So I got my helper card.
And now you produce
Now I produce.
2 barrels of hooch. I got your barrels right here.
We're just gonna go right on my still.
Done. And now, who you fighting, homie?
So I'm fighting Al Capone.
All right.
Right. Purple ship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here in Midtown, checks out. Capone's strength is 13.
I have 12 there.
4 times 3.
Yep. And then
2 goons. Checks out. You beat him. So you get this. You get this.
Yep. So I get
So that is $4.
$8.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, is it cooked books? If that's the case, then I might have to do this.
I think that's cooked books.
Probably is. I didn't notice that pencil before.
I think that is. I'm looking. Placed on the main board.
Oh, jeez. Gosh. See, instead of having to do all this, so that would be 15.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Shelly says no, you can't move truck to truck. Okay.
It's only $8. If I lose by $8, then I'm
Then
not
so
walking
be
this
it.
whole thing back.
Yeah.
Because this is actually more important than that. So,
Okay, fair enough.
All right, so I'll take the crate. It lets me sell an extra barrel.
Okay. You take that barrel,
Take the barrel.
place it anywhere.
It's probably just going to go to the still because all my... Oh, I have a speakeasy here now, but it's not
It's not.
operating.
No,
Yep.
you do not have a
I do not have a
speakeasy there,
speakeasy.
sir.
So it's going to go there. I take a family member back.
Yep.
So I'll take this family member
And
back.
Capone's boat
He
moves.
doesn't have room, so he's falling off the dock. That
Bloop.
moves.
New crate.
New crate.
And you are DUN done.
Yes.
Okay. All of a sudden, so that moved to there, and I'm not there anymore. Oh God, that is so. All right, I have to place protection number 1. 4, 10, 13. I currently only need to defend 1 building. Those are good. That's okay. And
I got your
so
card.
I'm
Sorry.
good.
Keep going. I have to draw
Okay,
a
yeah,
card.
yeah. So maybe I have 2 actions left. have that. That allows me to do that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Where was I getting it? 6, 7. Hot damn. We go Sizzler. Move. Do I want to do this? I have 1 barrel available to me. Is it worth it? I have a 3 movement. Am I going to... I'm not going to do this yet. I reserve the right to do that next turn, though. So, I'm going to the park.
Ah, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Leverage, book, or city tile, sir.
That changes things. That changes things a lot.
You're welcome.
It's gonna be a city tile.
Oh, okay. All right.
You have the monopoly on the books. I don't need any more. Although I do forget about Central Park quite a bit. I'm not, but it doesn't matter. So nightclub, casino, or transport. I think I might be able to figure something cool out with this. So.
Oh, sorry. What one?
Transport.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm doing the same thing. I get a free goon. Temporary. He's about to go swimming with the fishes as well. We're going to play an orange card. Oh, that works out even better. So we get a free goon. Thank you. So I was wrong. That one's going swimming with the fishies. And then I get to produce. I get to produce 2 barrels. So we're at 3. Let's just temporarily move those off. And that is the orange card. And then we gonna go a little kung fu fighting. Let's get our 3. We've changed over to Manhattan Moonshine. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure it's delicious.
Tasting. Tastes a lot like...
Put hair on your chest.
Boy, it did something. All right. So we are taking on Stephanie St. Cloud.
Claire, yeah.
Sorry.
St.
Stephanie
Clair.
St. Clair. You are correct, sir. So strength of 12. I need 13. That is 3. Times 4 is 12. 13. Is there that? And the barrel is, you know what? Yeah, it's got to come from there. That barrel will immediately go right there. 1 back from the docks will be that one. I don't have room. He goes for a swim. The boat moves. Thank you. And 5 per bump. I have 4 bumps. That's $20 cash. But more equally, maybe not more important, but equally, it's +2 leverage.
Your leverage, yeah. That's pretty good.
And now I need the red card, please. That is yellow. Done. Nobody went to the restaurant that round. So therefore, final action before the final Malbor.
Okay, so I think I got to go to the restaurant.
I'm shocked.
I know.
Pay yourself $5? Okay.
All
right. So
get some skim milk.
Yep.
Let's see. So, before I do that, I'm going to play my helper card.
Sure.
Okay. So it's sell. I can sell 3 barrels now.
2, 3. Yep.
Yep.
All right. So you're looking. You are now at this.
Yep.
That is 20, 40, 60. That's about as pure as it gets right there. Well done, you.
Thank you.
$60 cash.
Cash. Okay. So I'm going to the restaurant. Guess I can get rid of this now. It could be the kiss of death. I don't know. Let's get Had the swan song.
Y'all saw how many cards I had, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh God,
Yeah.
I don't have enough cards. So that was 1 to go. Now, are you going first or second?
My leverage is garbage, so I might have to go second.
Well, you have 5 right now.
Yeah, but I have 2 unprotected buildings.
You do, in fact, have 2 unprotected buildings. Who needs cards?
Yeah, who needs cards?
Glory to Rome! Oh, that hurt.
You talked me into it.
I didn't. I wasn't trying to. I
know.
promise. God.
All right, so I'm going to transport. I'm gonna play 2 city tiles first.
Okay, hold on. Oh, I'm so displeased with you.
So I'm gonna transport.
Okay.
And I'm so mad that my thing is up there.
Your truck?
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. But so I got 2 in the still. They're just gonna go to those.
Okay, so it's going to go 1, 2. You have 3 movement and back. Drop those off.
Mm-hmm. And of course, that boat just moved.
Oh, did it? Oh, how did that happen? Didn't they know you? Oh.
Well, no, I guess I could go 1, 2, 3. Oh, I could do that.
And it's cheaper.
Yeah. So and then 1 buy from
Arnold
Arnold's
Rothstein. How much?
5.
1 or 2 barrel? Just 1?
Yeah, just 1 because that speakeasy is not protected right now.
So 5. So that's 1. That's 2. That's 3.
Drop it off at the nightclub.
There we go.
And then I'm gonna play this and sell 3 more.
Another 60. Oh.
So I'm gonna change this 50 to 100.
And 10.
Yeah.
Well done, you.
Okay. So that's my 2. Now I could cook 1 book. Or play this card. I think I'm gonna play this card. So I get a book.
Yep. And then protection, which you need 4. You currently have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So I don't have to even spend those.
Oh, thank God. I am not screwed. I thought I was. Woo!
So I can put these 2 family members out.
Yep. Oh, hey, you have a speakeasy. Who knew? Okay. And draw a card, sir.
Protection card. So.
Huh. I think that's worth it. Don't. Okay, what else do I want? Oh, okay.
I don't think it matters.
Huh. I think go to the city planner. 2 upgrades, and I get to play my red card. Yeah, that works. All right, so 2 upgrades. It's not going to be as, I mean, I'd like that to not be in the same location, but beggars can't be choosers. We're going to upgrade that bad boy, and we're going to upgrade that bad boy. And those are in different zones, so therefore they can be the same.
Right.
This one can only be a casino. Well, hold on, that's a $10 bump. And that is a $5 bump for less. Before I do that,
Okay.
I have my movement.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So, I have 2 here. We have a distance of 3. That goes 1, 2, 3. Dropped 1 off here and 1 off there. I have the other truck. I can only place 2. And I can't defend more than 1, so no, it's just going to hang out. I'm not going to put it on the board yet. Okay. So yeah, I can't. As desperately bad as I want to be able to build there or there, I just can't.
Yeah,
I can't.
They're so risky. This
I just can't. I can't defend it enough, I don't think. So I will upgrade here with this one. It's going to be $12. I would like to just straight up build, but I just can't place a 3rd. Wait a minute. I have 1 action left. I could send... No. No, stay on target. $12. And then, does it make sense to even upgrade that one? The reason I'm thinking is it's $10 now, it's $20, and then assuming we're going to go to the restaurant, it'll be actually $25. It'd be a $15 it cost me $17, but I'm going to make more money when I sell. So yes, it does make sense. So $17. There's 20. Get 3 back. 1, 2, 3. By the way, when I did that, I get to sell, but I'll do that as the second one. This will then go there. So that is the 2 upgrades. So I get to sell. I get nothing. I do have to discard a card.
Don't you have to sell as soon as you build it?
Yeah, but I will have built that one
You're
first.
building that first.
And
Gotcha.
then,
Yeah.
And this was spent. So now, for that, I get to sell. I have 3, all of them upgrades. Not quite.
Not quite.
$60, just like you, but I only did it once. So 60 liquid, 50, 10. Okay. And then I get to play a card that will be that. Discard a card. I don't even think I need to do that. I'm going to keep the card. I'm not going to get that bump. So I'm going to forego that. And now, leverage. I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8. It costs me currently 2.
That was a close one.
So I could place all 3, but I only have 2. Oh, God, wait. Wait a minute. Can I defend it? I can. I'll give up $5. Instead of upgrading, I just straight up build it. I paid the same amount. I just paid the $5 back because now I can place all 3.
Oh, for the sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you sold to that Speakeasy. Yeah.
So now I can protect all 3 because I'm still there at 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I only need 6. 1, 2, 3.
Did you get the discount on the upgrade?
No.
Because it was a straight build. Right.
I get no discounts.
Yeah.
For better or worse. Well, that felt better.
Yeah, that makes
I like
sense.
that. Done.
You got a lot of defending to do, but well,
I have 2 defense.
Yeah,
I can do that. I have enough money.
could be 24.
4, 10, 12, 12. I'm good. Yeah. All right. That's it. So, gangster time.
Skim.
Oh! Oh, that's awesome. We both get $5 now.
Right,
I
'cause
like
you
this.
protected it,
Yeah. Oh, and I draw a card. I have a purple. I have no idea what the hell I'm supposed to do. Because I need city tiles. Nothing there gives me city tiles. I have no barrel. I have a barrel. So maybe a movement card. I don't think this is going to work, but okay. All right. Oh my God. There you go. That's him. So 10 to 12. It looks like 12, 2 12s, 2 10s, 2 11s.
Well, Shelley clarified that. I didn't realize
What?
that either. This is not protected building. It's districts that you have protected buildings in.
Oh, it is.
Because of the
It is
flag.
clearly
Just 3
district.
districts, not 3 protected buildings. 3 districts with protected buildings, 5 and 7.
Oh.
So right now, like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, not 5.
Aha. We played that wrong every
Yeah.
time. Thanks, Shelly. Thanks for the. There's another one that. So again, the district limit or the zone limitation
Right.
is the thing in district that's tripping us up a little bit. So things to be aware of when you all get your copies. So that said, Peanut Gallery, pick a number. Pick 2 numbers, 3 numbers, 3 numbers, 1 to 6. There you go. Okay. That was hard. That made my brain hurt.
Seemed like it worked out pretty well.
It's interesting. You were actually in all 3 zones. I'm only in 2 of them. 1, 6. There we go. Ooh. Are you still having fun?
Oh yeah.
I can't believe I've pulled off almost everything I've wanted to pull off. That feels good.
You got pretty high on the track too.
Yeah, like I this is the best game I personally have played, regardless of the outcome. It's the best I
definitely
feel.
get more efficient. That's for sure.
Looks like 2, 6, and 4 in that order. So 2. Belle Livingston, I presume. So she is a strength 11 coming in, but it doesn't matter. It's a 10 because we are not there. But technically, these come out. Okay. Next was 6. So this is the one that matters a lot to me. Oh, hey, thanks, guys. Thank you.
Good job.
Dutch Schultz comes in and he beats me up, but I persevere. So there's that.
So 12 each.
12 each. All right, let's show our work. It's just going to cost money. 4 plus 6 is 10. And 4 goons, so that's 12 and 12. I just got to spend 14, higher birdie. That's $14.
Yep.
And Dutch, you ain't got to go home, but you damn sure can't stay here. Yeah. Get out. And then finally, up here, we had 4. 1, 2, 3. And we have Meyer Lansky. So he comes in. It was 11. Doesn't matter. It's a 9. And he comes into 15. And if you notice over here on the new gangsters, when they come in, you'll notice that they have no ability to hire them.
Yep, no
because there's nothing on the back and they have no special, so you don't, because you're never going to have to use them to fight or anything. So you can't hire them. They just come in as strength, and that's that. All right. So that is there. No more cop. Well, the existing 4 cops come out. So
there's 3 there.
So if it ain't protected, it doesn't exist on the board now. There. Go ahead and throw those out.
And then majority scoring.
All right. So starting over here in downtown, it looks like the mobsters have 3. 1, 2, 3, and you have 1. So hey, you finally got off that tie.
Yep.
So now you're looking at $20 for that. Over here we have Gangster, John, me, me. So
Still tie. Well, 20
for
for you.
20 for you, or 20 for me, nada for you, and this is behind the screen. And then over here, we have Gangster,
It's the same
John, and me. So all three of us. So yeah, no,
Oh,
we each get
Gangster,
20
that's right,
because
yeah.
the Gangster came in, so we lost
Yeah.
money. So $20 behind the screen. That's the last time we do majority scoring. That never happens again. Those go away. One each. And here we go. One turn left.
It's your honor.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so I was good. Okay. Oh. I
think you're winning, but I can't. I'm not for sure, which is cool. You
Right.
know, I don't know. Well,
So the problem is, I can produce and I can move it, but I can't sell it. I have a barrel. I can move it, but I can't sell it. Looking, I don't know that I have. So I could theoretically build, but the problem is I can't protect it, so therefore it doesn't matter. It's only protected buildings.
you spend your goons too.
Oh, thank you. Try and cheat. Thank you.
Alan.
Thanks. I don't know. It's I feel like it's close, Vital. Okay. So going through, my guess, I have no goons now. I only have a strength 8. I have no orange card to play. Strength 9. I cannot take on any of the rum runners. I don't have a red card and I have no family members. No. I can play a card, but I can get a helper or a bump. And the bump is $15. It's going to be hard for me to do anything other than get a bump.
Oh yeah, we also forgot about that. Great. So maybe you get 2 goons back.
I, in fact, do get 2 goons. You are correct.
Thank you,
Whoever
Joshua.
that was. Joshua. Thank you. That's right. I forgot about that every time, but I think it's been moot
Right,
every
I just-
time
yeah.
except for that one. So now, going there, I would get a 3rd goon. That would be 8. That would be 11. Is any of the... No, I still can't take out any of the rum runners. So no. Partnering up doesn't make sense. Getting goons doesn't make sense. Building doesn't make sense. Getting a helper card and a bump. I have 1 there, but I can't move it from there to there and be able to sell, unfortunately. So that doesn't make sense. I think I just take a bump. It doesn't feel great. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't see anything better.
yeah. I'm in the same spot just to see what.
I mean, 1, 2. Ha! If I had 1 more card. No, it does. I'd be able to get a helper card too. Because 2 bumps there, but I can't because I can't a card, and that would put me over the threshold. So it literally doesn't matter where I go, unfortunately. Playing a card, as long as I get a bump, because I can't sell, it's just... There's no amount of hate drafting or anything like that. So... just to make myself feel better, I will get a bump here. I get a bump. And... sure. There, I got that bump. I get $15 behind my screen because of that. I play a green card. I get a bump, which cool, but whatever. I can't afford this second bump. I can. No, I can't because it costs 2 cards. And then I move. Doesn't matter. I will go there, and this ends up on my casino, but it's moot. I draw a card. Doesn't matter. John, take your last turn.
All right, so I've been trying to min-max. I think I only have one thing. So,
Okay.
Go to the restaurant.
Shocker.
Paying the card. I have to go here. I don't have another card to pay.
Okay.
And I think the only thing I'm going to do is cook. Because
Well, I mean, cooking
no
books
cards
is
left.
a non-trivial thing.
But I only have 2. I'm pretty sure I only have 2 books to cook. So,
3 different districts.
so that's 20. And then I think I have the 7 leverage. Oh, no, I can cook 2 books.
So, show your work on the 7.
All right,
Wait.
I think I had it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep, checks out.
So that's
10 bucks, and you get a family member. I don't think that's going to matter, but 10 bucks.
And then I also have that 3 protected one, which is another 10 bucks.
Yep, and you get another temporary leverage, so even if you didn't, you would have...
Right.
There you go. Done, because you're out of cards. Okay, so now we go into final scoring. So final scoring, we will do that first... Then we will do cards, and then we'll do the big reveal, because I don't know what it is
I
either.
don't know. Yeah.
All right, we do not do any kind of majority scoring again, any of that. So start with John. It is 10, 25, 45, 60, 80 bucks. And you can mix your money now because it doesn't matter. Mine is 20, 40, and 30 is 70. That's 80 bucks. Very similar.
To wash.
Take 100 and put 20 back. Okay. Now bottles. I think you beat me on bottles. I have 3 different for a total of 35 total for my 3 different bottles. So 35, 45, 55 there. And John,
I have 5 different, but
ahead.
they're all quite
Yeah.
small. So
what do you got?
20, 25, 30, 40, 45.
45.
And
Give
you
me...
had 55 and 3 bottles?
No, I had 35.
Oh, okay.
So you beat me on that.
45.
Yep, give me a nickel. There we go. All right. So you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first. Because
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you won. So,
Okay.
all right, here we go. Here's all the cash.
Okay.
I actually haven't counted it yet. So
Okay.
100, 200, 300, 350. This is my best game. 350, 400, 410, 415, 419.
419 is a pretty strong score.
That's my strongest. That's my best.
Well done,
yeah,
you.
yeah.
By the way, how many books did you place? You placed 3 already, right? Okay, so that was max. Apparently, you could have put a family member to be able to get another book if you needed. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
all right. I don't know. I have not counted. 419.
Yep. Good luck.
You don't mean that. All right. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Oh, are you kidding me? 400.
Is it 418?
418.
Oh my. Yes!
Are you kidding?
You know how many times you beat me by 1 point? That is wild. Wow.
Well done.
Yeah.
419 to 418. I guess
crazy.
that $8 didn't cost you.
Nope, it did not. Wow.
That was unlikely. So, all right. Normally, for these sponsor streams, we don't do roundtable discussions. We've played it 9 and like 7.
Yeah.
It's obvious we like the game. Look, here's the way I see it. Don't buy the game because Edward from Heavy Cardboard or John from Heavy Cardboard say, oh, we like the game and it's cool. And you just watched a 3-hour playthrough. Buy the game because you think you're going to enjoy it because of what you saw. That said, I'm actually pretty comfortable talking about the game publicly about this, even though it's sponsored, because we've done 2 patron streams, we've done a tag team solo, we've done a 3-player, and now we've done a 2-player.
Yeah.
Obviously. So, first off, did you enjoy the game?
Oh yeah, I mean it's incredible.
It really is.
Yeah.
How do you feel the 2-player compares to both the multiplayer, meaning 3 and 4 respectively, because we both have played it 4 players as well, off camera, or on Patreon only, whatever, as well as the tag team solo. So we've played it literally all 4 player counts now. So
yeah, I mean, other than there's less bodies at the table,
right?
I honestly do not notice.
I agree.
Yeah, which is phenomenal, right? Because like you may play some other games and you reduce player count, you got to take certain things out,
or you add in a bot,
or whatever. But like the 2-player, and this is gonna sound a little gushy, and I know there's people in the chat, but I really genuinely mean this. That this is probably the best, if not one of the best 2-player modes that out of Lacerda's games for sure.
Yeah, because it's the full game.
It's the full game.
There's nothing missing here. The fact that, yes, 5 of the zones are closed off, it just makes it tighter.
Yeah, and you can still move through them, and
it's as flawless of a 2-player version of a 3-4-player game as you can get.
Which is huge because, people might hear like area majority and then they're automatically out because they think the 2-player experience won't be sufficient. And
which is fair. I mean, like
historically,
like
that's
Dominant
true.
Species.
Right,
Love the game. Not a game I'm going to want to play 2-player. Right. This has aspects of the area majority, which is a non-trivial amount because had I not done what I did, I would have gotten smoked. In this, so it does matter, but it feels. Because there is the 3rd player, but you're not running a bot for it, it's simply, the gangsters came out and they're in 2 different zones, they scored 2, right?
And they're in every mode. There's gangsters in the 4-player mode, obviously. So, and I love how there's hidden information, but it was still only 1 point apart. It's not like we could have gauged each other's and tried to catch up, and I mean, that's balance. Right?
And also, I will say that in our earlier games, like hitting 300, you're like, yes, because there are $300, there's only a few of them here, but there are some.
I like how they get bigger. The size actually gets bigger. Like the ones are tiny.
Right.
Those are even bigger.
But you feel really good with that.
Yeah.
The reason I'm bringing this up is we both eclipsed 400 and change now. And we both paid $20+ out of our reserves early. You to get the casino, and me to be able to buy liquor from the rum runners. So going into that, it more than paid off for itself. So it's obviously experience matters in that, but the point is, you're not like, that's for both money. It's viable.
There was one turn in the beginning of the game I had $1 between both.
Oh wow. That's crazy. Far and away the tightest game we've played of this. And here's the thing. I love playing the solo.
Solo's great.
Because it was super easy to run a la the Gallerist. Which is Vital's best solo. It is the antithesis of On Mars. Everybody knows I really detest the solo in On Mars. We know that. But this was super simple to run.
Better than the Gallerist in the sense that the Gallerist is like a beat your own score. This actually had difficulty levels. And,
and you can scale it.
Right. Scale it,
So solo played, but it felt, even if it didn't feel as compelling from I want the bot to be doing logical things, like, this is what it should. It still scored really, really well. Right?
And we lost.
So there's that. The 2-player we just saw, and I don't think the important thing is the 2-player doesn't feel like it lost anything whatsoever other than hanging out with your friends or whatever.
Yep.
So the 2-player as good as the 3-player, which is as good as the 4-player. It's longer. The 4-player, it's longer because more downtime, right? Obviously, because actions. But I think it plays pretty great across the entire player count.
Yeah. And the other thing, too, when people hear, like, area majority, they might think mean, right? But there's nothing mean in this game. Like, so you can't get blocked out of spots. Actually, it's positive incentive. You're not attacking each other.
Right.
You're just,
I mean, you can block players out from a standpoint of I took those, so you can't come there.
Yeah.
I blocked myself out from there,
so here,
right?
Yeah.
But there's no take that in this game. It's intentionally to where the players can't fight each other, to where it's not that doesn't feel great feeling, right?
You know what's funny too is that when I saw you going up the infamy track, I thought that was for sure the end of my game because I'm pretty low on that thing.
You're not, 12 is not
it's not great.
Big, no.
But obviously it didn't turn out that way. So that's a good sign too. It's not like you're definitely going to win if you've bumped up all the way. You know?
So I got the most in the high value area every round. I crushed here. I got not more books, but I got, I guess not really high. None of us hit those, but it feels like, and I nailed a couple of turns, but your one turn where you did that double sell for 120 bucks, that was massive.
And then the books I cooked at the end were 40, so it was 160 in 2 turns.
That's pretty strong.
Yeah.
And it worked out.
Right.
So different strategies work. Like, that's awesome.
You don't have to build a still. That was viable.
Yeah, we saw Martin do that successfully.
I did it. Yeah.
You did it. I attempted to do it. Yeah. So Vital says the playtester who took the highest value from the safe is the one who still had the highest score that he saw.
Yeah.
So dipping into it when it makes sense.
Yeah.
And making that payoff is a viable thing.
Yeah, you have to.
Do you feel like you must cook the books at least once? I feel like yes, because either you're getting bumps on the track, because bumps feeding bumps. So this gets you 2 bumps.
Yeah.
You get a bump here and a bump there, right? That feels exceptionally important.
Yeah.
And just the amount of money that you can get. These are super important.
Yeah, which we didn't do.
If one player does it.
Right.
So in the multiplayer, meaning 3 or 4, there are more spots available. There are 2 in each of those. But I do think you probably definitely want to be cooking the books. And if you do it, you want to try and be efficient. I mean, it's a euro in that regard. Must you get an associate? No. And the reason for this is something Ken pointed out in our multiplayer plays, was it depends where you build and when you build. And why I mean that is if you go to these low value where the gangsters already are, if you focus on those locations, you never have to defend.
Right.
So if you don't have to defend, your strength doesn't matter, and maybe you don't go to the docks to take out. And even so, when you go to the docks, you can't use an associate, except that I think there's one that allows you, that gives you, I think it's Bugsy Siegel, gives you 1 strength going there.
Right.
So no, you can keep your strength low if you were going to specific areas that don't have any upcoming gangsters. If you go to the 3s and the 4s and you just use goons and you keep it around the 2 area, that's completely viable. But you just can't defend. You need to be able to defend and probably have an associate if you have to do any of those.
Yeah. So in other words, I don't think there's a meta. There's not like
you have to do X, you have to do Y.
Yeah, I think you can switch it up. I think the only thing that's probably you have to do is spend his launder money, but you got to balance that properly. You got to know when to do it.
Right.
You know. But there's so many strategies.
There are ways to kill yourself in this game. I found that in one of the early games. Like, you can just make mistakes and be like, oh, I lost my still
permanently
in the very first game. There is a rule that allows a variant, a softer, kinder, gentler, to where, if you lose your still because you couldn't defend it, it can come back onto your board and you can rebuild it.
Yeah.
No, but it's there if you want to do it. But I lost my still. But you can also get barrels from the rum
So
runner.
you're not out. It's not fun to have that happen, but you're not out of the game.
Right.
Right. So.
And if you don't defend a building with a family member, losing it isn't the end of the world. But if you took the extra steps to have a family member to protect it, you probably want to defend it in that case.
Right.
Yeah. So there you go. I don't think there are any must-do actions. The last thing I will say is a lot of times in a lot of games where you do a turn order action, it feels
Yeah, like you got nothing better to
action.
do. Right. Yeah, no, that's the.
This is the money spot. This is so lucrative. It is expensive in cards, the card economy in this, because you have to play a card, and then you want to play a card, and in the 3 and 4 player game, it's the last 2 spots cost a card. But to be able to get to where it's only 1 or 2 leverage is worth it.
Yeah.
Plus, to be able to play a card, and it's the only place to cook the books and the only place to play city tiles, to be able to do 2 of those things is extremely lucrative, extremely good. It feels great. And I love the fact that turn order in this game has other implications other than just turn order. It's this. And this is arguably, I think, my favorite aspect of the game. Yeah. The way it introduced or
what's funny too
that.
is this current situation, if you didn't have 2 cards, you couldn't even go there.
Correct. And earlier, when it was like this, and you went, and I'm like, oh God, no, I can't, wait a minute.
Because of the leverage, yeah.
I'm like, wait, I only need 2 leverage in that case until the end of that round. Right. And then I get moved over. But as it is right now, both of us only need 2 leverage. So, oh, wait, I'm able to still place my 3 family members in that case. So it makes sense. And it feels good, and it works. It just works really, really well. Again, if we're going to do a round table, the 3 negatives that I have, it's big. The player boards are obnoxiously large. Randall at Eagle knows this. I mean, that's big.
They're beautiful.
No, it's gorgeous. Yeah. It's fantastic. That's big. It does fit on a normal size table. However, you're probably going to have to turn that sideways. Have that, like, you're going to have to play a little, but it will fit on a normal dining room table. Our game table is custom made. It's 6 feet by 3.5 feet intentionally. So it fits. Also, the camera. I have low ceilings, so I can. It's not zoomed all the way out here. It can, like, there's still a foot of table space that you guys can't see. So the only reason it looks like it takes up so much space on the table is because of the low ceiling. So don't worry about that. But it is a big game. It has a big footprint. The second thing, and I hear they're changing this, the cards are going to get worn on the edges from the tucking and taking out. I don't have any problem with the actual act of doing this. Lifting this up and sliding this out is really easy.
He said we're adding feet to the board, so I'm assuming.
Oh, then
that'd be pretty cool.
If so, then it will just tuck underneath, kind of like Lisboa.
Yeah.
So that's not so bad. That will work. And also, if they're sleeved, they will fit underneath. There's that. And the only other negative, I don't have a insert for this yet because pre-production, they're still working on it. I've been told that they are going to make an insert that makes set up and clean up easier. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, it's a lot of stuff. But again, it's a lot of stuff. So it's a mixed bag in that regard.
And speaking of bags, I think they're adding bags to the campaign too. So like you could put these in a bag and draw them.
Okay. Like cloth bags. Right, gotcha. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. There you go. Yes, the player board is bigger than my head, Shrey. So, Vital says, thanks for the compliments on the game, guys. Very happy to hear it, and thank you for playing the game so many times. It's the only way to know the game and get better at it. That is true. Cool. There you go. And Steven says, this is why we need more backers. So, look, my job isn't to sell y'all the game. Legitimately. I'm getting paid to show you the game, yes. But I don't care if you back it or not. And guess what? Eagle cares, but they only want you to back it if it's a game that you're going to enjoy. If it's a game you're not going to enjoy, that's going to sour you on Eagle and on VTOL, and nobody wins in that case. So they're not trying to force you to buy it. They want you to buy it based on the playthrough. So if you like what you saw, back it. If not, don't.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
And
it
to that
in a
point,
nutshell.
I know sometimes people get nervous about jumping into his games because of the perceived complexity. I mean, you play a card, take an action. It's easy, right? But seriously, this game is, if you're looking to get into these games, this is the one. Right?
I think this is pretty.
Yeah, the iconography is great.
It's Ian's best job.
Yeah.
Of any game that I've played of Ian O'Toole's artwork, and he's a friend of mine, but I'm also a fan of his work. This is his best game from a detail standpoint of this being the map of Manhattan 1921, but the iconography
it's so good.
If it's not perfect, it's awfully close.
Yeah. And Shrey's right. The name of the game's not on the board.
Right. So there's that. So there you go. If you enjoy Speakeasy, go check it out. If you enjoy the work we do, please like and subscribe. It really, really does help the channel. Spread the word about Heavy Cardboard, because somehow, some way, we've been doing this now for... Heavy Cardboard's existed now for 10 years, and there's still people out there that don't know about the channel. I'd appreciate y'all spending the word. If you want to go the extra mile, support the Patreon, patreon.com/HCHQ. As I mentioned, we did 2 patron-only streams of this game before the public ever saw it. So that's the biggest perk, is you get access to streams ahead of us presenting it publicly. So you get unfiltered stuff. Usually when we do sponsored streams, we don't do roundtables, but we've done so many of these, I feel like it's pretty clear. So those roundtable discussions are patron only. You get access to the Slack channel, whole 9 yards. There's a whole lot of reason to support the channel, $5 a month. I think I either help y'all save money or turn you on to games. We help turn you on to games that are just going to make your gaming experience that much better. So if so, consider supporting us over on the Patreon. That certainly helps. Whew, I'm talked out. On the good news, bad news. We're supposed to have a stream of TWA tonight. That's not going to happen. We're going to do a 3-player TWA. Me, Paul, and Martin the Elder. Martin's still sick. That's why he didn't join us last night for Age's Team. So that will be postponed maybe till next week. We'll play it by ear. So no stream tonight. Apologies, but life happens. However, if you are a patron, tomorrow morning, Ken and I are getting together. We're probably, if it arrives in time, we're going to play Stressbotics. Learn how to play Stressbotics on stream. So if you want to hang out with us, patron $5 and up level, you get access to that. So that's a perfect example of that. Right? Yeah, literally. And it's a game I've been waiting on for like 6-7 years, so I can't wait to play it. Awesome. So VTOL, Shelly, thanks for hanging out. Developer, designer, obviously. And also, was it Brandon? Yeah, Brandon. From Eagle, I appreciate it.
Randall's there earlier.
Randall, I appreciate all the support from them. To everybody out there that watched, really appreciate it. Hopefully, y'all found value. Like it help you decide on the game is really all I want. If we help one way or the other, we did our job, and that's what matters. And thanks to this guy for dedicating hours of time over the course of around the birth of your latest child to do this. So I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. All right. Y'all have a great, I guess, rest of the day. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Publicly, I'll see y'all next week. I'm Edward.
John.
Y'all have a great rest of your day. Take care. Go Ducks. See y'all later. Bye, y'all.